Alright, well I'm not one for missing call times, but I might be. Anyways, welcome to the Fanfiction Power Hour. Unfortunately I've run out of all my fanfiction, so we're gonna have to do with Kingdom Hearts. I'm your host Clinton, and tonight we'll be actually continuing and moving forward with our run through Kingdom Hearts that we started last Friday, which was already a restart of a run through we did before. Anyways, how y'all doing? I hope everyone's doing good. I've had a pretty long week. I technically was on break last week from a class that I'm taking, so I've been back into it this week and just getting back into the groove of everything with both work and school. So it's been a pretty busy week. But hey, I'm here. You're here. Let's get through some Kingdom Hearts goodness, shall we? So let's go. Last time we left off at Tarzan. We had just finished that world, and we also had got through several worlds before it. So now we're going to take our heroes and go through the final of the main starting worlds, if you will. Just over here. This is one of the last times that doing gummy ship missions has to be tedious, because after this, a lot more of the customization options for it open up. Sid starts to sell you more parts. You get better engines for your ship. I probably won't do any of the customization for it on screen because it takes a good minute to sit down and go through it. Well, maybe I will. I mean, it's pretty quick. Really, all you have to do is strap some better engines onto your ship and just run through the areas. I'm not going to try and do any of the extra missions and stuff. They're really dumb. But, will I make it? No, I won't. Well, yeah, but this is probably one of the last real slow areas, aside from going back to Traverse Town after this, because you're still stuck with your original ship at this point. I've gotten some different parts from different worlds though, but you also get something after going back to Traverse Town for a minute called a warp gummy, and while that gives you the ability to travel to more worlds farther out in the Kingdom Hearts universe in this game, you also get the ability to fast travel between worlds, which is immensely helpful. So the gummy stuff really only sets in to being slow early on in the game, and again, it's alright. I'll say this probably every time you come across one of these levels. They're okay. They're not my favorite. Part of getting the Platinum Trophy in this game involved doing all these missions and having done all the tacked-on missions for Final Mix. And I can say that they're not great. They're not super fun. They're not the best. They're the worst ever, but they're not the best ever. I don't know. And yeah, there we are. There's Olympus, or more specifically, Olympus Colossia. This is a really fun world. One of the constantly reoccurring worlds. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to keep tabs off my phone, but I might be getting some important messages here at some point, so I'll try not to stray away from them too much. But anyway, here we go. Yes, this is Olympus. There's really not much to it, unfortunately. In later games, even though Hercules is quite a good film, there are bigger versions of this movie world in later games, and they're much more fun, specifically like Kingdom Hearts 2. But this was the first time it was in any game. I mean, it's Kingdom Hearts 1. But this world, aside from the small bits of story that it has, is meant to serve as your your tournament world, your arena world, so you can come here and do a whole boatload of battles and side quests to get better items, better weapons, etc. Buff up your characters. Just good overall fun challenges. Hey, look, it's not Danny DeVito.
Good timing. Give me a hand, will you? Move that pedestal over there for me. I gotta spruce this place up for the games.
I actually don't think that's Danny DeVito. It's one of the many good sound-alikes they got for this game, though. Yeah, Sora, look at those spaghetti arms. Look, you can move that. All right, what do we got over here?
It's way too heavy.
What? Too heavy? Since when have you been such a little... Oh, wrong guy. What are you doing here? This here's the world-famous Coliseum, heroes only. And I got my hands full preparing for the games, so run along, pipsqueaks. Look, it's like this. Heroes are coming from all over to fight ferocious monsters right here in the Coliseum.
You've got heroes standing right in front of you.
Donald, what have you done?
Yup, he's a real hero chosen by the Keyblade.
And we're heroes too.
Hero? That runt?
What's so funny? I fought a bunch of monsters.
You've been through like 2 worlds, Sora. Calm yourself.
Hey, if you can't even move this, you can't call yourself the hero? Yeah.
Fucking exposed.
Okay, so it takes more than brawn. Well, let's see what you can do.
What can I do? So this is one of several minigame trials before you get to the actual battle. You're supposed to break barrels. Let's see if I can do this as efficiently as possible.
Come on!
They typically only break on the final hit of a combo. It's not too hard, just gotta stay centered. Man, like there you go. And then hitting barrels into other barrels breaks them. That's really bad. Oh no. My picture of my face where my camera is broadcasting is blocking the timer for this. Not that I need it, but I actually have no idea how much time I have left, so hopefully we'll do this one just as well. Bam. Oh, damn it. There we go.
Come on!
I should be okay getting them. The main one is that there's one behind this set that involves hitting over to a ledge. So if I can get this one just right. Gotta get the camera, okay.
Come on!
Yes, okay. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. That's fine. Pretty sure there's a time trial for this later in terms of completing it for the journal, but that's not too hard.
You know, you ain't bad, kid.
Looks like I'm headed for the games.
Afraid not.
Why not?
2 words. You guys ain't heroes.
Come on!
Oh, Goofy's about to expose him. No chance. Hooray, we got thunder. Looks like Phil doesn't like us. So let's get out of here.
Rather a stubborn old goat.
I also don't know if this is Hades' voice actor from the movie.
Oh, hey, hold on there, Fuzzboy.
He does a great job in all the games. I think he's the same guy across all games.
Right? Well then, hey, get a load of this.
A pass?
It's all yours. Good luck, kid. I'm pulling for you, little shorty.
Oh shit. Well, there you go. Hades hooks it up for us. I go Phil, just like, well, whatever, I'm not going to question this completely legitimate thing that you didn't have 5 seconds ago. And so this is a cup, or I guess a set of rounds that only happens as a point of the story. There's nothing really special about it, it's just groups of enemies until you get to a pseudo-boss fight at the end. It's just supposed to simulate what being in the actual tournaments is like. It's quite easy. I didn't even equip the new Keyblade yet that we got from Tarzan, I just realized, because I had probably just shut the game off then. But, oh, look, there he is, the real hero. He's so cool. Yeah, it's Cloud. So Cloud's in this game, among other Final Fantasy and nerds. That's one of the most wild Cloud designs ever. Like, that's between FF7 and Advent Children, so that's just Nomura just going nuts. I actually have quite a soft spot for that Cloud design. I think just because it's so, like, over-the-top edgelord. Like, people dog on Cloud because of a lot of the, like, extended universe stuff, which kind of painted him as more of, like, a melodramatic kind of guy. But if you go look back at FF7 on its own, Cloud's pretty upbeat. It's just, you know, guy with an identity crisis, with kind of a cool backstory. But yeah, anyway, that's one of my favorite Cloud designs. I'm sure there are cool figures out there of it, but I try and avoid the figure hole, but once I go down, I'm probably not coming out.
Oh yeah!
We'll see what Cloud's up to soon enough. Wow, Hercules, what a convenient time to not be here. Yes, these matches really aren't that hard. These enemies are just melting because we went to Tarzan first, which is a big help. Because this is technically the 2-star area, whereas Tarzan is 3 stars, I think. It's much bigger and has slightly stronger enemies, so we're not over-leveled for this place, but we're a bit stronger than we need to be right now. So this should go by really fast. We should be able to clear through some of the later worlds tonight. I have kind of a plan for where I want to get. Like I said at the start, it's been kind of a long week, but I think we're gonna get through a few worlds tonight at least. We'll make some good progress.
That little punk is your next opponent, okay? Now don't blow it. Just take him out.
The great god of the underworld is afraid of a kid? Sorry, but my contract says...
I know! You think I don't know? I wrote the contract! I know it says you're only required to kill Hercules in this tournament. But you gotta fight that kid to get to him. Come on. Hey, it's like that old
first time
goat
Cloud
says.
spoke, too.
Rule number 11. It's all just a game. So let loose and have fun with it.
A lot of rules here.
I mean, a casualty or two along the way. It's no big deal, right? Jeez. Stiffer than the stiffs back home. Still, suckers like him are hard to come by.
Well, what's back there? Oh yeah, and also, like I said, Olympus is quite small. Small to the fact that you are seeing the only room in Olympus. The only 3 rooms are the starting opening area in front, the one in the middle where you can sign up for all the tournaments, and the actual arena itself. That's it. Can I block yet? Okay, I don't have block yet. Yep, that's it. It's again, first Kingdom Hearts game. Small things, but you can do a lot here once you unlock more of the tournaments. You unlock them just periodically.
Nothing to it.
Go through and clear different worlds. Chippendale will notify you, hey, like there's a new tournament now, or so we hear. Oh, final match Cloud. Let's see if we can actually do this like how we did.
Fire!
We ended up doing Squall dirty last week.
This should help.
Is that the best you can do?
Come on, Goofy, get in there. Fighting Cloud's hit stun points are kind of weird. He does a lot of damage, but if you can get by him here, I don't think he ever executes a lot of his stronger attack patterns. Like that dash in right there is all you might get out of him. There you go. Oh, I might actually do Cloud.
Come on! Heal!
If I beat Cloud right now, that is a good sign. Also, having scanned this early really takes the tension out of this fight. Because normally, you might do this world second instead of third. Damn, got him. Easy 80 XP. Yeah, so you can lose that fight. Kind of like you could with Squall. But, regardless of what happens,
Oh, right. There was one other rule. I forgot.
he gets stomped by big old bad Cerberus. Such betrayal. Oh, hello, whoever has just joined. Welcome.
Hey, Phil! Get them out of here!
Hope you're having a good night. We're getting through Olympus right now. You haven't missed too much. We missed Cloud, that's the most important point, but... I appreciate that the game backs you out here to the point where it's like they could have just shoved you right into the boss fight, but they don't have to. So I'm actually going to equip a new Keyblade. Yeah, we got Jungle King. Doesn't have a lot of critical hits. It gives you slightly more strength. That's actually a tough pick because critical hits hit a fair amount of the time in this game, more than you would think. Is a longer reach too. I'm actually just going to go with this because I'm not going to be doing a lot of chain attacks in here. Do I have any more? No, I don't. Okay. Let me pull some stuff out of my stock too. Oops. Items or take out. Yeah. Mega potion. There we go. And we'll save up. Yeah. No, we're trying to find the bathroom, Phil. What do you think we're doing? Oh, it's Hero Man. Cloud's just passed out. What a weak sauce boy. Alright, this is Cerberus. He's actually the first boss that's not
Kid, I
quite
got 2 words of
heartless.
advice for you.
I want to say. Well, like the first actual world boss. Like you fought the cards earlier in Alice in Wonderland, but he's a bit tough. He's got several different attack patterns and can be a little bit tedious to take down because of them. So the key is to wait for him to crouch down like this. He does a variety of different things. Like he shoots when he's crouched down. His teeth are always snapping like that, and that does quite a bit of damage. So it pays to kind of just be patient and whack away at him with a few combos. As a kid, this fight used to really drive me up the wall because being impatient as I was, I would always just want to go in and wail on him, but no, you gotta play patient and just dodge his attacks, and it's actually a really easy fight. shooting darkness out of the ground there, and again, because we went to Tarzan first, not only do we have a better Keyblade, but we also are a little stronger than we should be at this point. At least for like the ideal time of doing this level, but there's not an ideal time to do this level because they gave you a choice, so. Like look, his life bar is already, I think, halfway out. Like yeah, he has 1 bar left, but he had like just over 1.5 originally, so. We're doing okay. And the longer each of this Keyblade, the less we kind of just like chip away at him like this. Yeah, even though Donald and Goofy are like eating it. It also helps that I have heal. So this fight is made almost way too easy because of that. Oops. I say as I go in and just take free hits on him. So yeah, not too hard. You can also get up on his back, but it's kind of hard to land hits there. That's just kind of a safe point for you to dodge some of his shots of darkness, but not that you even need to do that, because look, he's already gone. Whee! Sleep tight, pupper. Boom, Inferno Band. I think that also stops fire. I have something similar to that already.
Thus, I do hereby dub thee junior heroes and confer upon thee full rights and privileges to participate in the games. Further...
Hey, what do you mean, junior heroes?
Get fucked.
You rookies still don't understand what it takes to be a true hero.
So, what does it take?
Well, that's just something you'll have to find out for yourselves. Just the way that I did.
Yeah, Hercules, tell us
No
more.
problem.
Just how did you figure it
We'll
out?
start by proving ourselves in the games.
There ain't gonna be any games for a while. Gotta clean up the mess from that last battle first.
There's no mess.
Okay, we'll be back.
You just pulled a giant dog out of the... Okay.
I still can't believe that Squirt actually beat Cerberus.
Just between us, I'd already
Oh,
worn
welcome,
Cerberus
welcome.
down by the time the little guy jumped in.
Don't worry, you missed the very, very short
My
beginning of
lips are
Olympus.
sealed.
And yeah, I have a hero license. That means I can do more tournaments. So yeah, that is Olympus. It is probably the shortest world in the game, but it's a world you revisit constantly as you do more tournaments going on later. So, oh, what's Cloud doing here? Just chilling.
Hey, are you alright?
Hey, loser.
Yeah.
So, why did you go along with him anyway?
I'm looking for someone. Hades promised to help.
Oh,
I tried to exploit the power of darkness, but it backfired. I fell into darkness, and I couldn't find the light.
You'll find it. I'm searching too.
For your light? Don't lose sight of it.
How about a rematch sometime? Fair and square, no dark powers involved.
I think I'll pass.
he's just like, bitch, nah. Get out of my face. Hey, you got Sonic Blade. That is one of several abilities that Sora can use. I don't tend to use the abilities a lot. They're good though. They're good if you equip the right ones. They can be kind of OP at different points. They're just different ways to kind of have fun with the combat system. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's Olympus. But there's clearly
He's strong. He's kind.
more
He's
to happen
always
here.
there for you, and he's handsome to boot. He's perfect. Perfect.
Perfectly infuriating. He makes me crazy.
Wait a minute. What are you worried about? All the pieces are in place. Relax. Whoa. Here's what you do. Let Hercules train the kid. In the next games, I'll take care of them both. Come on. Who invited you to the party? Stay out of this. This is my show.
As you wish. Fight to your heart's content.
It's just like, yeah, whatever. Yes, that's the first set of worlds. There's obviously way more to this map, but nowhere else to go but back to Traverse Town. Now. Yeah, so for those of you who have stopped in, good evening. Thank you for stopping by. To the stream with no name still, as I'm figuring that out. I hope your weeks have been good. It is Friday now. I hope you're having a chill evening. There's nothing just more chill than flying through early gummy ship missions in Kingdom Hearts 1. I can guarantee that. This path shouldn't take too long. We're almost there. I'll do a little bit of gummy customization. When I started off, I said I might not, but aside from getting fast travel, I kind of want to just boost through a lot of these sections when I come back to them, or especially when we go to new ones, because some of the paths get longer. And sitting through these sections is just kind of boring. I think the only real issue too with the gummy stuff is just kind of the fact that it's very disconnected. Like, even though in my last stream I was kind of like going into detail about how there's missions that were tacked on for Final Mix, and it's like, okay, it's a little more to do with it. But the problem is, even though you get gummy parts throughout the game, like you find them in chests, you get them for doing certain things, you know, you'll get them for collecting the Dalmatians, you'll get them at random points, and you'll get more customization, and some of the stuff you can do is cool, but the problem is it has no major impact on the game, and while I'm glad it doesn't, it also adds to the fact that it's just kind of slow. Like, it combines in a weird way. Like, see, it just said mission complete right there. That was probably like the first mission for this like route back and forth between Olympus and Traverse Town. It'll just give you different parts for gummy stuff, that's all. Anyway, let's jump back into Traverse Town and figure out where we need to go next. So not much has changed since we've been here last. I do have some spells though, so we should be able to unlock some things.
See ya!
There we go. Now I can open this chest over here, because Blizzard cleared 2 of those at a time. Defense up, yeah. Get strong, Sora. How much money do I have? I have a little bit of money. I can see if there should be some items to upgrade Donald and Goofy within here. It's really easy to miss these because you technically don't always need to go to this shop. Like, I mean, you do if you want to buy standard items and stuff. But this is also, you get a lot of Donald and Goofy's upgraded items. Large shield protecting 3 inch times attack rather than defense. Like just different equipment for them, and it's easy to miss because it's not always noted. You have to kind of explore on your own and get to it. But upgrading Donald and Goofy does help a little bit. Like, see, it's not that much. He gets a little boost in strength, and he gets a staff that does better magic. Same for Goofy, it's pretty much like an exact same shield, but it's better at blocking because it's bigger. That's all it is. I wish their equipment had a bit more of depth to it, but again, they're just your support characters. You know, it's not. They're not meant to be super intense. Like, clearly, the main point is for you to play as Sora. Hey, what's Yuffie doing out here? Oh, hello, friend. Okay. Channel in the alleyway. Yeah. Okay. So we got several Trinity limits as well, or excuse me, not Trinity limits, but Trinities to use, so you can open up quite a few more areas here at Traverse Town. So first, let's go over here in the alleyway. We should have gotten red by now. Yes, that's correct. We just murder Donald to open doors. That's effective. Yeah, we get the chest that's behind here. Easy. Hey, more Dalmatians. Just more dogs in a box, as we were saying last time. Hidden back there. Can I get up here with this? No, I can't. Okay. I think I opened this already. Empty. Yeah, okay. I'm just doing a refresher. I have not touched this file since last week. I actually haven't been playing too much Kingdom Hearts lately. When I first got this pack, I ran through the first game and got the Platinum Trophy on it because I was a huge coward when this first came out on PS3, and I got like 95% of the way through the Platinum stuff, like almost done getting all the trophies. But, actually, what does Sid say in here? Hold on a second. Okay, let's chat. Weird noises. Oh, it's probably what's going on upstairs with the Moogles. Yeah, but I got the when I first got this on PS3, excuse me, I got like 90%, 95% of the way. You can check my PSN profile if you don't believe me. But I got that far in and cowered it out at the gummy missions. But when I got it on PS4 here, finally, I was like, no, I'm gonna do it all the way. We're gonna do the gummy missions, like end of story. And I got 100%, so I have the Platinum Trophy on PS4 now. I don't know if I'll ever go back and do it on PS3 for my own insanity's sake, but I might. What I do plan on doing though is getting all the Platinum Trophies if I can on PS4, and then after I got done the first game, I jumped ahead and played Chain of Memories, which I plan on streaming that at some point too, because Chain of Memories is great. It's weird and it's great. But getting the Platinum Trophy in that game is a bit more of an ordeal. We'll dig into that when the time comes, but compared to Kingdom Hearts 1, it's just more tedious because of the fact that you have to do way more unnecessary grinding. When you do grinding in here, it's usually for items, for fusion at the end of the game, or trying to finish up some other areas, or fight some secret bosses, and in the process of that, you end up gaining a lot of levels as Sora. There's never just one thing you're trying to achieve. It feels like as you do one thing, you're probably achieving another thing. So like, even if you were just grinding levels, you'd be getting a lot of item drops from enemies. So it's like killing two birds with one stone. So there's never a sense of like, oh, I'm just straight like beeline focused on this one thing. You're always kind of focused on several things at once. And that feels really good. It makes the like in-game grind as appealing as that can be for, you know, those of us who like JRPGs and RPGs in general. You know, that's definitely an appeal of that, like work hard, get strong, you know, sense of satisfaction. Beyond that though, like with an action RPG like Kingdom Hearts, just focusing on one thing, like fighting enemies over and over again, even though the combat is satisfying, gets tiring after a while. And in a game like Chain of Memories that has, let's say, unique combat, it tends to drag. It can drag a lot. And so not only that, but like doing endgame things in there is very like I can't find a word for it off the top of my head. Like I can't think of a good way to describe it with like a one-encompassing word, but it's just slow because of the fact that you're not really working towards anything. The only end-game goals... Well, okay, actually, you know what? I'm gonna cut myself on this because I could go off on this for a while. But point being, Chain of Memories is probably the worst out of all of these to grind for the Platinum Trophy because it's just tedious. Simple as that. But I did it. Probably will never do it again, unless who knows. But yeah, I did it, and I worked my way entirely through that game, and I'm really excited to show it off still, but boy is getting the Platinum Trophy in that game way beyond the Call of Duty for it. But yeah, I did those two, and then I watched the movie for one of the DS games, 358 Days Over 2, because you actually need to do that to 100% Chain of Memories all the way, and that's kind of annoying actually, because 358 over 2, or 358 Days Over 2, that's how that game is pronounced. That game came out after Kingdom Hearts 2. So for some reason though, it gets bundled all the time with Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories, and the original Kingdom Hearts. And I don't know, that always kind of like felt weird to me, because I get why they bundle it like that. It's like you put each of like the keystone games, like Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2, in separate packs. But on the flip side, it's like, man, that's not release order and that's kind of messed up for people who might not know, who haven't played all the games, because they might just get confused. I don't know. Anyway, I'll end rant on that for now, but I've done half of this pack so far. I haven't started Kingdom Hearts 2 other thing, because I've just been playing other games. Oh, something I didn't point out last time, and just like why this is such a fun fusion of things, and why Kingdom Hearts 1 also kind of has like more of a unique aesthetic, I would say, as compared to the other games where it kind of comes more into its style as a series, where it's just like, you got all sorts of Disney references in this game, right? That's like half the battle. It's like, go through the Disney worlds, kind of do the movie plot, kind of see how it might relate to the bigger scope of things, but then eventually, like, feed yourself the Kingdom Hearts tidbits. But I'm standing in front of this fountain here with Lady and the Tramp, because it's just like, there is nothing in this game that's related to Lady and the Tramp at all. There's no level, there's no summon, there's like no items, not even like a quest to like, I don't know, reunite them or something. It's just this fountain here in Traverse Town of all places. That's like, this is original world town. This is not like like some unique place. This is just here. And there are a lot of weird and fun little Disney references like that, just sprinkled all across this game. You also notice that I use Thunder to activate this broken set of circuits here. I will use that to do some more exploration later. So I'm just running around, actually getting a little experience, so I kind of just poke fun at some discussion points. But yeah, talking more about, I guess, like the aesthetic and the theming used in here. This game, like, while it's the first game, it packs a lot. It packs in a lot. Like, not just in each world, but in, like, the individual, I guess you could say, like, unique worlds. It's just, like, little things sprinkled everywhere. It's like, hey, even if that movie isn't represented in the form of, like, a world or something more unique, like, it's still here, and that's cool. Wait, I'm going to Merlin's house. I'm a potato. I don't need to go here right now. I need to go to the underground sewer where Leon is, and we totally missed that, so let's go back. I simply had just come over here to activate that lightning event. Activate that circuit with my lightning. Oof. It's been a long week. I'm about as coherent as I can be. We are going to go to the back alley here and do some illicit dealings. Or just find Leon. I don't know which is worse. Weird enough too, I don't think the lightning enemies or the green cure based enemies have attacks that give you a tech bonus against them. Like the fire and ice guys totally do. Like you just use opposing spells. Like use fire on the ice enemies and use ice on the fire enemies, and you get the tech points for it. But I could just be blanking out, but I don't think the lightning or the heal based little guys there have tech point weaknesses, and that's kind of weird to me. I don't know why that is. I could also just be forgetting, so you know, like don't take my word for it. Anyway, yeah, this is Leon being a huge nerd. Look at Eric, she's just like, Leon, what are you doing back here? Look, this Leon, I don't get it. I'm just kidding, let's talk to him. Yeah, I found the keyhole. Handsome. Who's handsome? Wow. Your hole is the most important, Sora. Lock it. Yeah, it's a, I think they have individual things to say. Please lock the keyholes. Yeah, he's got one more thing. Yeah, the gummy block. I think he tells me to go ask Sid though. What? What? Oh wait, Earthshine. Oh, okay. I'll tell you what that does in a second. Man, Leon, you're just full of nothing. Like, You got a headache there, bro? No? Okay. Anyway, Earthshine, that little... Oh, look, there's a thing back here, too. Conveniently. More Dalmatians, hooray! We'll go to their house in a second and get some rewards. But, this little platform back here leads to Merlin's house. The reason I opened that was because I could... Wait, yeah, okay, we don't have Book of Pooh yet. But, Fairy Godmother over here, she will turn that Earthshine gem into a summon. Wait, what? Does she not... Does she... Oh, is that... Well, she's supposed to turn it into a summon. Does Merlin... Merlin, you got... That's supposed to turn into a summon. Actually... What? Oh. Maybe not yet. Well, okay, exposed here. No, that gem is supposed to turn into a summon. You'll get weird gems that turn into summons of different Disney characters. Simple as that. Summons are weird in this game. They're not bad, but I will admit that I go through most of the game without hardly ever using summons. Some of the ones you get later are a bit useful in terms of some of the healing abilities they give you, but those only really make a big difference when you're playing at higher difficulties. The one, or Earthshine, that just gives you Simba as a summon, and that's kind of cool. The other ones you get are, I think, Genie, Tinkerbell, Dumbo, and Bambi. Genie does a variety of things. Dumbo drops magic. Bambi drops health and items. And Tinkerbell acts as, like, regen and an extra life if you die while she's up. So it's not bad. I just feel like your opportunities for using them are often very mixed. Like, they work during bosses, which is cool. Boy, don't get me started on it, but I take a big annoyance. Ooh, that was bad. Didn't expect I would die there. Yeah, I get quite annoyed when games will give you like spells, just in any game. So let's take an RPG, right? So like I'm playing like Final Fantasy, I don't know, like 5 or something like that. Just some game where you have like buff and debuff spells on a character. Hey, welcome, whoever just joined. Welcome to Kingdom Hearts on a Friday night. It's right where you should be. Anyway, what was I? Talking about spells and how they don't always work on bosses. Yeah, one of the most annoying things for me in like any RPG is, this is more of a thing in Japanese RPGs too. It seems to be okay in Western RPGs. I could be wrong. But, so you have a lot of buff and debuff spells in Western RPGs, or excuse me, Japanese RPGs, right? Like poison, other stuff like that, like things that slowly wear an enemy down. And a lot of the times, at least in most games that I have played, boss characters will have very high resistance rate to these spells, or resistance rates to these spells. So it almost kind of makes like the point in learning them a little useless. It's like, I don't know, that almost kind of grinds my gears. It's like, why give me all these cool spells to learn if I'm just gonna like burn them on regular baddies and regular fights? Like, let me use all my skills on a boss. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents there.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Welcome to anyone else who has joined. I hope you're enjoying this Friday evening chill out session with Kingdom Hearts. Don't be afraid to say hello to me in the chat. That's why I keep looking over, turning my head to the left. Just make sure. Excuse me. Trying to keep my water intake high today. It's been a long one.
Come on!
Actually, you know what? We'll forgo this fight right now. Let's actually go and talk to Sid. I don't want this to drag out too long. Alright, Sid, what you got for us? Yeah, you already told me about these. I have dozens of gummy blocks, Sid. What's this one for? Who are you calling Pinhead? Oh, Sid. Yeah, that's the plan, man. Oh, book. Yeah. Oh, now we get to the good part of this game. Ooh, what was that? Ooh, I don't know. Foreshadowing, perhaps? Yeah, now we've got to go deliver a book, which I already kind of mentioned it, but is actually the Book of Winnie the Pooh. Somehow Sid had it. It's weird. We'll go into the Book of Pooh for a second so I can show you guys what it's like. But the Book of Pooh is always in the mainline Kingdom Hearts games. It even makes a quick appearance in the prequel game, Birth by Sleep. But besides that, it's never really mentioned where it comes from. It's just kind of there. And I'm not sure what to think about that. Has Pooh just always been there? Is he like... Is he the one? You know, is he eternal? Does he like supersede everything in Kingdom Hearts? I do not know. It'd be really neat to see them like do something dumb with like the mobile game, which takes place even before like most of Kingdom Hearts, like as we know it in the main games, and like imply that the Book of Pooh is just laying on someone's shelf in there. That'd be great. I would love that so much. Doubt that's gonna happen, but that'd be great. I don't think I can't get back to it. That's fine. Whew. Let me save again. I was safe to give a quick save here and there. Let's go talk to Mr. Merlin here. I think now he's going to tell me how to use summons. Look at that, Merlin doesn't even know how he got it. And yeah, so you'll find missing pages for the Book of Pooh as you go through. Just different worlds. They're pretty easy to come by. Yeah, there you go. That stone of yours, ask the fairy godmother. Pretty easy. There she is. So I guess it's implied that, like, Simba was strong enough, even though his world was destroyed. It comes back in Kingdom Hearts 2, I guess. But it's implied that he was strong enough to hold on to his, like, spirit, and it becomes a gem, I guess. Weird. It's like the opposite of becoming a Heartless, maybe? I don't know. That's never really elaborated on. Just kind of happens. Yeah, summons are neat. I feel like they're not really ever used quite efficiently in this or Kingdom Hearts 2. They make appearances in other games, but they're just kind of meh. Like that's a good way to sum up how I feel about them. Just meh. Like they're cool. Like it's cool. I hope they make some cool character pulls. I hope they make better character pulls for summons in Kingdom Hearts 3 than they did in 2. Like, man, you had some okay ones. You had like Genie and you had Stitch. That was neat. But you had Chicken Little was in there as a summon. Like, what? No. Stop, Merlin. I'm trying to go visit Pooh. I don't want to do this plot right now. Hooray, we're going to the Book of Pooh. This looks quite nice. This HD update. So as you can see, some of the parts of the book are etched out. So we'll get those pages later. And then just Sora just run all over this book with his dirty shoes.
Think, 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 think.
Hi there. What's wrong?
Nothing. Just thinking.
Oh.
I was thinking of how to say goodbye to Pooh.
Yeah, get your filthy footprints all over your books.
Wait a second.
That's how you remember them the
You're
best.
Pooh?
Yes, I'm Winnie the Pooh. Pooh for short. Who are you?
I'm Sora.
Oh, hello, Sora. Have you come to say goodbye to Pooh?
I think this is his original actor,
Well,
like his
no.
original voice
How
actor.
would I do that? We've only just met.
Because everyone's gone away.
What do you mean?
Super good though.
Well, we all lived here in the 100-acre wood, and we'd take walks together, or play Pooh sticks. And every day I'd eat some honey. Just one small smackerel would taste very good right now.
No,
But
Pooh,
now,
no more honey.
Everyone is
Gotta
gone.
cut you back.
All my friends, and my favorite honey tree, too. Everyone must have gone away while I was napping, I think. So, who knows? Maybe I shall end up going away somewhere as well.
No,
But I
don't go,
wonder,
Pooh.
How do I say goodbye to myself? Think, think, think.
Oh, he's stuck in the existential crisis. Break him out, Sora.
Oh, my tumbly is getting rather rumbly.
Yes, this is 100 Acre Wood, or just Book of Pooh, as I like to call it. It's like the most chill side questy area ever. Look, your attack command in the bottom left there, it's now changed to hit, not attack. Because why would there be violence in the world of Pooh, right? Yeah, this nice, calm little meadow area where you start out. This is actually used again in a couple other points later in the game for some cool stuff. Yeah, just a nice, relaxing Pooh area. You get one place to go to right now. I think you should go to Pooh's house. Yeah, I think that was Pooh's main voice actor. I could be wrong. It's always a mix. I know in the credits they show everything. Some of the characters do use their original voices, but some don't. I know in that weird but kind of cute-looking live-action Pooh that's coming out, that guy is the original voice of Pooh, and it's like weirdly heartwarming to like see like, oh, he's a real stuffed bear, but it's actually his voice. That's super cool. Oh, what's up, Owl? Just chilling. Hit Pooh's doorbell. No one's home.
Oh, bother. There's no more honey left. If only the honey tree would visit. Oh, then I could eat.
That's not how that
my
works,
fill.
Pooh. Trees don't... Well, maybe trees get up in his world. I don't think there's anything to interact with in Pooh's house. Wait. Window, 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 window. I just jump out there? Wait, covered. There you go, elixir. So yeah, even just this one world that's like the start-off area, you're getting one or two, getting a good item here. Cute. Yeah, I don't think there's too much. Can I just jump outside? No, I can't. Okay, that's fine. Here's Owl. He knows what's going on. Yes, I would like to know what happens next in the most compelling part of this journey. And that's it for now. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So that's all. Pooh wanders off, and we'll have to wait till we find another page to come back to him. I don't know if we'll find another torn page this stream. I might. Let me give another quick save here. Yeah, it's a fun. This is a fun side detour because you get some good items for lots of different things for doing this. I like how it comes back in Kingdom Hearts 2 as well. This is a nice way to include something that probably would have no reason to be included otherwise in like the main premise of how worlds tend to work. Because like Pooh doesn't work around like traditional storytelling. Like it's very like all ages, mostly for kids, but like very like lighthearted, you know, like just like quote unquote like wholesome lessons kind of presentation. Anyway, we'll come back there later. Oh, more heroes.
There you are. What's going on?
Who are you again?
Riku!
Yeah, it's Riku.
Hey, cut it out.
I'm not dreaming this time.
That's how you say hello on Destiny
Right?
Island. Stick your thumbs
hope
right in your
not.
friends' mouths.
Took forever to find you.
Riku!
Well, game over
Wait a
now.
second.
You say
Where's
Riku.
Kairi?
Isn't she with you?
All right, the other one.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure she made it off the island too.
Yeah, the island that got
We're
destroyed.
finally free. Hey, she might even be looking for us now. We'll all be together again soon. Don't worry. Just leave everything to me. I know this.
Nothing personal, kid.
Leave it to who?
Like what an overtly cool pose.
Sora, what did you...
I've been looking for you, and Kairi too, with their help.
Who are they?
My name is...
We've visited so many places and worlds, looking for you.
Get fucked.
Really? Well, what do you know? I never would have guessed.
Oh, and guess what? Sora's the Keyblade Master.
Who was Sonic?
What's that mean?
So, this is called a Keyblade?
Yeah.
Huh? Hey, give it back.
Man, Sora would lose his own head if
Catch.
it wasn't screwed on right. Is that how that goes?
Whoa,
No, it'd probably just warp back to him like
Okay.
the Keyblade does.
so you're coming with us, right? We've got this awesome rocket. Wait till you see it.
No, he can't come.
What?
Forget it.
Oh, come on. He's my friend.
I don't care.
Man,
Oh, he's gone.
switch Riku out for Donald
Riku?
in the party screen. Oh.
Nice going. Oh, well. At least he's okay. And who knows?
Sora's so carefree.
Maybe we'll run into Kairi soon, too.
Like, but also, like, Sora's right there, like, standing up, like, nah, he's my friend. Fuck you, Donald. But Riku just bounces out. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, there's Riku. He's obviously safe and still traveling around. Look at that being. Can I go in this house yet? Because the lights are on. Yeah, okay, here's where everyone has decided to reconvene in this just house that's here. It's just a small house. And now I've got me... Not much of a secret base when it's right in the middle of the 3rd district, almost. Way to go, Yuffie. Maleficent. Never heard of her. How would Sid know if she's in town or not? I do like that it plays off the idea that like Maleficent has been working for a while, and they do show that in some of the prequel games. Like, she's more of a minor character, of course, because it's like, you know, the early years, but she's still doing her thing. Squall's identity crisis. I don't know. Like, as far as like why his name is changed, like why he goes by Leon versus Squall in here, I think it was just like a weird thing that's never properly elaborated on, though. No, it just kind of stuck. I mean, like, his aesthetic is obviously like lions, somewhat like Squall, Leonhardt. Yeah, they never, I don't know, they never quite dig too deep into it. I think it's kind of like just Nomura being like, hey, I want to change this thing, but you guys still know him and you love him, so there you go. Yeah. Most of the Final Fantasy characters, at least how they're presented in Kingdom Hearts, it's kind of implied like that you're supposed to know their backstories from the games.
While you toiled away trying to find your dear friend, he quite simply replaced you with some new companion.
Oh my god, Riku, you're being played
Evidently.
super hard.
Now he values them far more.
He was literally standing up while Donald was the one shit-talking.
You're better off without that wretched boy. Now think no more of him and come with me. I'll help you find what you're searching for.
Rip. But yeah, it's like the Final Fantasy characters, they're definitely I don't want to say like alternate universe, but it's like kind of implied alternate universe. So it's like obviously like Kingdom Hearts is its own world. All these familiar faces just kind of tend to appear there. Whereas like the Disney World characters and like each of their distinct worlds when they have them, those are more hold on, I should actually read this, even though I know what's going on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, they were just telling me where to go next. Okay, anyway, yeah, like the Disney characters, whether it's just like someone like Merlin who appears in his shop, or like how we went to Alice in Wonderland, those are more concrete, like they stick more to like their plot lines from their respective movies and or shows, whereas like the Final Fantasy characters very rarely mention their backstories in terms of like, you know, like Titus and Waka were just living on Destiny Island. It's like it's implied that they are they're familiar characters, but they are now part of this world. Whereas instead of them being like, oh, we drifted here from Spira, or like Selphie drifted here from I can't remember the name of like the planet in 8, or like what's the world. Like I know it's Balam Garden, but like yeah, it's not like she never says like, oh, I'm a transfer student from Balam Garden or something like that. She just kind of is there. Like in Kingdom Hearts 2, there's a screenshot of I guess like Kairi and Selphie going to school. It's implied because they're in schoolgirl outfits, like that. Like not even like fan service schoolgirl outfits. Like they're actually just in like school uniforms. And like they're walking down a path and something happens, but it's like, oh, they're like living more of a normal life because it's like a year after the first Kingdom Hearts happens, and it's never really mentioned like how they're all tied in. They're just kind of there, so it's more supposed to be like reuse of popular character whose backstory still kind of works, but at the same time is kind of used in a different way. I know that's kind of a lengthy explanation on it, but yeah, never. There's way less elaboration on the Final Fantasy characters, because those are the ones where it's kind of like you kind of need to have played their games to like know like, oh, that's that character. Versus, I mean, yeah, you should also, you know, need to know the Disney movies in terms of knowing where they're from. You know, like if you haven't watched 101 Dalmatians, you know, you won't exactly get why there are dogs in boxes scattered all over this game, or why there are so many of them. But if you have, then you at least get that. If not, then it just seems like a weird side quest. But the Final Fantasy characters, I think because they're given less backstory, like, it's probably more likely that even if you haven't played Final Fantasy VII, let's say, you still might recognize, like, oh, that's that Cloud guy. Like, he was on the cover of the box. Like, he's from that game. You know, knowing his backstory and everything, you know, having played his game will give you more insight, and it'll give you, you know, I guess, a different perspective, and like seeing how they present his character, or like how they present Squall's character, some of the other Final Fantasy characters. But not having that isn't as much of a detraction, I would say, as it is from maybe having like not seen, or at least not understanding the Disney characters, if that makes sense. Anyway, big elaboration on how they dealt with that in this series. But what we were trying to do right now is go to this Gizmo Shop area. I activated this lightning switch earlier since I have Thunder Magic. We're gonna do a couple things. First, should be able to walk onto something here. Oh, I think I already got the item I was supposed to get here, but first I'm gonna press these 2 switches. There's one here. Oh god, and watch the camera freak out, because that is totally what this game is about. Actually, there's more than 2 switches. I'm a huge chronic liar. There's this one here. I think there are 3. Yeah, there's one over there too. Oof, oof. Oof, stop it, 2002 PS2 camera. Leave me be, stop fighting me. There you go, at least I gave you a little jingle to let you know you did it. And yeah, I already got the postcard, I think, that was in that clock that I keep running by. So we're trying to go to the top of this Gizmo Shop area. A bunch of boxes should have cleared out, and now I should be able to, once again, mash Donald into that grate over there and use his frail body to get inside.
Come on!
Yeah. And so there are 3 bells here, and we'll use that number 3 in just a second. Yeah, boom. So this isn't a pathway, it just opens up this little pulley here to ring the bell. And what does it do? Activates a giant fire show with a giant moving block. Yeah, it's the keyhole to Traveler's Town. So yeah, this world kind of had 2 parts, I want to say, like when you come to it the first time. And then it was this. Let's go seal off that keyhole, and nothing bad will happen at all. I guarantee it. Just kidding. Look who's back. Yeah, so you gotta fight a guard armor again.
Come on! Come on!
Look, he's dead already. What an easy fight. I weakened him last time. Oh, but wait, there's more. Oh, he's got a 2-eyed face. Now he's got all 5 of his toes. It's creepy. Let's get rid of them. Yes, this is crap. I don't remember what this is his alt form. I'll just say. It's a really interesting reuse of assets on this boss. It's like you beat this boss already. Like you're fighting it again. Normally it would just be kind of a retread. This is a fun way to kind of reintroduce it.
Come on! Come on!
He has a couple different attack patterns, but the same thing, or excuse me, the same rules still count. Get rid of his body parts, and then go for the core. That's funny. It shows me the alleyways in the background there, but is it not destroyed? Why is it not going away? That's kind of. Do I have to maybe get rid of the second hand too? There's another fun thing that I would mention, since we're in combat now. The way magic works in this game is kind of unique. So you'll notice on my blue magic bar, there is a green bar that is also going up. Okay, there we go. That green bar is, it fills up every time I deal damage. So like every time I just deal a hit on an enemy. You can equip abilities that make it go up faster, but in general, it just serves as a way of being like an interesting battle. So fighting is never a bad thing. Like through fighting, even if you don't have the right items like equipped in your inventory to like maybe give you more MP right off the bat, you will have options while you're battling, and it's an interesting back and forth flow. So it's like use magic, maybe take a risk, even though most like your buff and debuff magic and your heals are most likely where you're going to be using the most. Being able to recover your magic in battle like that is real neat. And bam, yeah, that's reverse guard armor. Pretty easy overall. Now he's actually dead. He never comes back unless it's tournaments. I learned Arrow. It's a defensive spell in this game. Oh, we did it. More locked holes. Yeah, so that's it for the main, I guess, story elements of Traverse Town. This is a hub world area, like I said last time, though, so we'll be coming back here frequently. But that's kind of like the main set of bosses for this. There's not really any other major fights or other things that happen here. Yeah, there's Sid. I bet it was quick. It's not like I had to fight a giant boss or anything. Yeah, now Sid also abandons the item/accessory shop that he was running. Just chill out here and sell gummy parts to you. And then, so, he should... There you go. And so I'm actually going to, for a second, go into the gummy ship editor. I'll show you guys just kind of how unwieldy it is. No, I'm a gummy ship building expert by now. Okay, so you have the blue one down here. This is Highwind. Wait, let me see. Okay. Okay, so gummy ship, that's the one we're using. Once we make more, I guess, like custom ships, they would show up under there and you would equip which ones we're using. But in the garage you have two things. You have blueprints. Some of these you get from killing enemy ships out, like in gummy missions, and other ones you get on the bottom here. Those are ones that you've edited. So we're using Highwind right now. That's just like the standard gummy model. Let's see, I don't think I have any other... Yeah, I don't have blocks to boost my speed right now. That's all I wanted to check. I'm not even gonna save that. Wait, yeah, whatever, sure. Normally, well, why I wanted to come in here was I wanted to add different, I guess, like, gummies that would give me faster speed, because then that would help me clear some of the areas faster, but I don't have any of those right now. Let me see if I can buy one really quick, though. Arrow, scan, haste. No. Colors. Mid-size engine, that's what we want. Actually, let's see how that works. I'm gonna go to menu. Okay, there we go, yeah. So I bought some more blueprints, and now I can just, like, make custom ships. I'll stick with Highwind because there's really no reason, like, to go on and customize as of now. I can use more blocks, too, if I want it. Anyway, no, go back. Okay, yeah, okay, go back here. So, you kind of just place blocks anywhere they're fit. Anywhere that they will fit. So I'm gonna kind of just move this here. Like, even though that's totally not where you would, like, structurally place that on any ship, they just kind of stick there. But that should make me go a lot faster. And then you just save it over what you were working on before. and then that's it. Like my speed rating didn't go up at all, but it's probably going to help a little in terms of getting us through levels. There will be some off-screen stuff I'm going to do with this file at some point. Not any, obviously, right now, and then probably once we get farther into the game, just to make things a little smoother when I'm actually coming back on stream. But for now, we'll just leave it with that. But that's gummy editing. There's not much to it. It's neat. Doesn't have as much depth in here as it does in 2, but I think we're good here right now because I talked to Sid and we finished that. So yeah, we should be good. Let's get out of here and actually go to a world. Well, not that Traverse Town wasn't a world, but again, in between segment. Yeah, see, a tournament is already being held. Yeah, we'll do a tournament some other time. It just keeps you constantly unlocking things as you go through. So yeah, right now you'll notice, so see I can go to Wonderland on normal drive or warp drive. We're pretty much going to use warp drive for everything. There are different paths you use, these little warp holes here, and they get you to farther out points in the map. Normally, and to fly to them you have to go on normal drive. So you'd say, like I'm going to Olympus Coliseum on warp drive right now, right? Fast travel, good, easy, boom. Exactly what it should be. But then if I want to go in the warp hole, then I have to, excuse me, to just actually tap on the warp hole. I could go to Tarzan or Deep Jungle and it would show up anyway, but yeah. So let's go to the warp hole and go to the next world. Yeah, I'm going a little faster. It's not a nominal difference, but it's enough to kind of not make us feel like we're treading molasses here out in space. Cosmic space or anything. How's everyone's night going? How's everyone doing while we're here warping through space doing gummy missions? Hope everyone's doing good. Oh, it looks suspicious as we stop right in front of it and halt on the brakes. Damn, there we go. I do like, though, that as you go to different areas, the backgrounds change and stuff, and there are more enemies. There's at least some variety, even though you can kind of just slightly move and hold attack, and you should be safe. I'm actually taking a good handful of hits. I don't think I'll die here. Hey, the music's picked up. There you go. I think on the soundtrack, this is like Gummy Stage 2. It's been a while since I've actually popped that CD in, but pretty sure it's Gummy Stage 2. Hey, and where are we next? Oh, damn, it's Agrabah from Aladdin. Oh shit, big villains right at the start. Here we go.
The Heartless are searching for it now. I'm certain we'll find it soon enough. So that just leaves...
Jafar, I've looked everywhere for Jasmine. She's disappeared.
I think that's actually Gilbert Godfrey.
The girl is more
like I said, the voice acting is hit or miss depending on if it's like the original actors, but I'm like 99% sure that's Gilbert Godfrey.
Full of holes for rats to hide in. But why worry about Princess Jasmine? With her or without her, surely this world will be ours when we find the keyhole.
We need all 7 princesses of heart to open the final door. Any fewer is useless.
Well, if the princess is that important, we'll find her. Find Jasmine and bring her to me at once.
Don't steep yourself in darkness too long. The Heartless consume the careless.
Yeah, Maleficent says that she just like warps back into a dark hole to get out of here. Yes, welcome to Agrabah. Even though this world is quite full of small, compressed, boxy areas, it's a little bigger than anything we've seen so far, including Tarzan, which I already said that was like the first world that's kind of like big, but this is definitely a little bigger. It's a good sense of progression in terms of scope and like, oh, we're exploring bigger worlds.
Come on!
Let me open some chests here first. Like Olympus, Agrabah is a world that reoccurs in several future games. Some of its reoccurrences are pretty good, and some of them are they leave much to be desired, I will say. I think the biggest, I would say, not controversial, but I guess if you went to like a fan site and took a poll, the game that people were least excited to play Agrabah in would be the DS game where you play as Roxas, 358 Days Over 2. Just because of the mission structure in that game, you go to Agrabah a lot. Like it gets quite tedious in terms of some of the things you have to do. So it's not great. It's not awful, but Agrabah in here is pretty fun though. Just because you get a good variety of areas to go through. And later on, this is one of the few worlds that has a secret super boss, I would say, in much in Final Fantasy fashion. This game does have super bosses, though I haven't mentioned it before. Mostly meant to test out the player's skill and endurance. All of them here are pretty fun and quite unique, I would say. Not only in design, but just in like some of the pulls they make, and just the fact that they're more interesting, heartless, I would say. Like they're more unique, whereas super bosses in later Kingdom Hearts games are like OCs, so like just like original characters. Like I'm actively trying to think. At Kingdom Hearts 2, I don't think there's a super boss that's like a big, strong, heartless, or like just a unique, weird character design like that. Most of the super bosses or secret bosses are characters you meet later in stronger forms, or yeah, actually that's it. It's just characters you meet later, and that's fine. But again, that like ties into something I'll keep bringing up constantly, which is the like the uniqueness of Kingdom Hearts 1. So you're seeing some unique enemies that I'm fighting here. The guys with the swords, those are bandits. The pot spiders here, these guys are kind of fun. If you wait too long, they'll explode on you. That sounds good. And as you can see, Agrabah is quite tall, and I can't access all these areas yet, but I should be able to soon. Oh, let's climb up here. Sora, master of pole climbing. Open this chest. Don't worry, I'll save the struggling carpet down there in a minute. Come on, friend. Poor thing. I love how in Aladdin it's never explained, like, why the carpet is animate. Like, okay, like, world full of genies and magic, sure. Like, I guess it's implied. But, like, why does carpet move? What's its goal? What's its purpose? You flew up to the desert. Yeah, so you gotta go back out and go to the desert. I'm gonna explore the town a little more though. Try to get some of the treasures here just so we can open it up for later. I don't think. Oh yeah, I can use my sick platform skills to jump over here. Bam, bam, bam. Oh. God, nothing is more satisfying, I say with absolutely no sarcasm in my voice, than when the little shadow creatures suddenly dive into the ground as you're about to continue doing a combo, and then you just get whiffed. What's this here? Cottage, those are somewhat useful. I've honestly never found a big use for cottages in this game. I feel like they could be better implemented, because there's save points scattered everywhere. there are very few points where I feel I need to use a cottage, but different playstyles. Like again, I say that, but having played this game like at least like a dozen times now.
Who's there? Hello?
Hey, it's Jasmine. Jafar, you haven't heard of him? He's banned from Disneyland.
A letter?
Oh.
Where might I find this street rat?
As if right on cue.
Jasmine, allow me to find you more suitable company, my dear princess. These little rats won't do, you see.
Jasmine, run!
Appreciate that he still plays into the whole rats thing.
The boy who holds the key.
Like one of the swords just clipped right through Jafar. But yeah, so aside from being more tied into Kingdom Hearts plot, because like Hades in Olympus, he is obviously tied more into like the main roundup of Disney villains in this game, like the big evil council of villains. But he's more tied to the Colosseum. You do fight Hades eventually, but it's in a Colosseum match, which is why it's nice to kind of like slowly progress through the tournaments. I will go back after we finish Agrabah, I think, and do one of the tournaments before we do our final worlds for the night later. But Jafar is much more intensely tied into like how things go here. While it's still you're playing the plot of the movie, you're also playing you're still playing Kingdom Hearts, like as it like ties in, and it's a good mix. That's where things I think start to get stronger. Like once the Disney stuff starts mixing more with the unique plot stuff. That sounds cool. Something I was thinking of too is like, man, like Aladdin blew up. Like I loved Aladdin when I was a kid. Still good movie, probably one of my favorites. But Aladdin definitely blew right up after the first movie came out. Like you got like a couple sequels. I think you had two, like Return Jafar, and then there's like the one where he meets his dad or something. And I know the second game, Kingdom Hearts 2, ties in stuff from like Return of Jafar, kind of. It's like supposed to be like an adaptation of that from that film. So I'm wondering if Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, or well, when it comes out, if we see Agrabah again, which part of me kind of hopes we don't see Agrabah, because it's definitely been used a lot. Like, I'd like to see more original worlds, but at the same time, you know, if they did it right, it could be a fun revisit. Also, all of a sudden, hold on, let me save here. We're just out in the desert now. Like, where'd the town go? Sora, like, how far did you guys walk? And how'd you know Carpet was out here, even though he told you? Anyway. Let's go. But yeah, if Agrabah comes back, will they be big ballers, risk takers, and go with the plot of Aladdin 3? Or will we get Aladdin's dad? Or will they just stick to normal stuff? And that's what's weird, is like there's so many Disney like direct to VHS sequels. Some apparently not terrible. Most are pretty much like, hey kids, buy this because you like the actual good thing. And it's like, whatever, you know, if you liked Aladdin 2 as a kid, I'm not gonna knock it on you, I probably did. I don't remember watching it as much. I remember seeing a lot of previews for it on like other VHS tapes. It'd be like, buy Return of Jafar, blah blah blah. I mean, it's wild like how many direct to VHS sequels there are. The one that blew my mind was I think there's a Cinderella 3. It's either that or it's like one of the princess ones got up to number 3, and that was just like, okay.
Genie, get rid of
like
these
it's
guys.
obviously popular and probably money-wise warranted having a number 3, but oh, it's your boy.
Wish number 1 coming right up.
Flipping back to voice actors, this is unfortunately not Robin Williams, rest in peace, but this is what's his name?
Thanks, Sora.
Aladdin,
it'll come to
what
me.
are you doing
Give me
out
a second.
here?
Same old stuff. Hunting legendary treasure. Just paid a visit to the Cave of Wonders.
Wait, the way he talked to him there.
Carpet. And this lamp.
It made it sound like they'd met before.
Legend has it that whoever holds the lamp can summon.
Please, kid, leave the intros
I guess
to a
it's just the inflection in his
the
voice.
one and only Genie of the Lamp.
Homer Simpson. This is Homer Simpson's voice actor.
Dearest wishes granted.
Dan Castellaneta.
Castellaneta.
I think that's it.
Patience, my fine feathered friend.
What's Donald want to wish for?
3 wishes. Oh, 1 wish, a 2 wish, a 3 wish. Then I make like a banana and steal it. Our lucky winner made his first wish.
And let me tell you what a doozy that wish was.
There you go. You can hear the Homer Simpson right there.
So, Master, what do you have for wish number 2?
How about making me a fabulously wealthy prince?
Whoa! Money, royalty, fame! Why didn't I think of that? Okay, you asked for it. 100 servants and 100 camels loaded with gold. Just say the word and I'll deliver it in 30 minutes or less, or your meal's free. Hey, I'll even throw in a cappuccino.
No thanks.
Okay.
I think I'll put that on hold until we reach Agrabah.
Oh, why a prince?
You see, there's this girl in Agrabah named Jasmine. But she's a princess. And she could never fall for a guy like me.
Oh, princess?
Yeah, Aladdin, you perfectly drawn
that's
fool.
Right. She's in trouble, Aladdin.
What? Well, come on, let's get going.
I appreciate that they do that sequence where you where Genie does all the goofing around there. That's always nice. Yeah, you get Aladdin in your party, kind of like how you got Tarzan. He's definitely a bit more useful than Tarzan, I would say. He also does puzzle things. I will swap him out with Goofy for now, because there aren't too many Trinity things in the main town area. There's a dungeon later that we go to, but we'll come back later.
Fresh air, the great outdoors.
I guess you don't get out much, huh?
Comes with a job. Phenomenal cosmic powers, itty-bitty living space.
That's a line from the
always
movie.
3 wishes, then back to my portable prison. I'm lucky to see the light of day every century or 2.
Say, Genie, what if I use my last wish to free you from the lamp? What do you think?
You do that?
Genie, it's a promise. After we help Jasmine.
As you notice in the back there, weirdly enough, pathways have been blocked off, but other ones have opened up. So that's why I opened up some things earlier, because it makes getting around kind of easier. That's how they make Agrabah more of an interesting stage, even though some areas feel small. They make it feel bigger, and I think that's at least a good use of the small space you have. But yeah, still going out on a limb with some of the voice acting talent in here. Like, obviously, like, yeah, it's not Robin Williams, but I mean, Homer Simpson, that's up there. And I'm sure, I think he reprises his role for all the Genie speaking moments in future games. If not, if they at least use his voice clips. I'll point out other big actors as we come to them, at least ones I know off the top of my head.
Come on!
But yeah, this was definitely one of the first, like, not the first, there were definitely games before it, like Metal Gear on PS1, big game with decent quality voice acting, but this was one of the first to call in more, like, actual voice actors, like people from movies and shows. It was because PS2, GameCube, Xbox, like that era was when like voice acting in games was becoming more prominent. Like people we know today who do exclusively games, you know, a lot of them got their start doing stuff from this era. But Kingdom Hearts is unique in that like it called in so many like I guess non-video game people to like add to the mix, and that was always cool. And yeah, so far I also, another thing to note out, I haven't mentioned too many, like, oh, this is a new thing in Final Mix, like, you know, this is a director's cut only thing, because there haven't been too many moments like that. A lot of those moments happen early on, like the bandits are wearing different costumes, obviously. But it's like the color change is so minimal. Oh, these guys over here, by the way, what do you think they're called? They're fat bandits. I think I can use Blizzard on them to get some tech points. I don't know if I'm gonna need tech points from that. I want them to come out more. I don't want to. There we go.
Come on.
It's just the same as fighting the other large body enemies. Just jump behind them.
See ya. Deep freeze.
There you go. Weird that I didn't get tech points for that, because it's clearly a fire-using enemy. Hey, what do I do? Yeah, there aren't a lot of final mix things added to like the first couple worlds in the game. There's minor things, but nothing notable enough to the fact of like, here's a new cutscene, here's, you know, something that adds to the greater story as a whole. Just very tiny things. I think I go to the house first before I go into the area farther in town. Oops. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, what happened 200 years ago, Genie? Tell us that. What kind of Kingdom Hearts lore was going on then? Yeah, so I can bounce out of here. Yeah, the carpet's out of there. I'm trying to go forward, but I'm also just making sure I explore and get everything I can. Trying to get over here. There you go. So I think if there's nothing to unlock, there's at least some treasures in there. I know that for a fact. There you go. Oh, there's a Trinity down there too. Oh yeah, so I wouldn't be able to get that Trinity right now because I came here with Aladdin, not Goofy. That's fine though. I mean, I can always do off-screen grinding for that stuff. I'm not trying to get all Trinities on screen. Man, I can't imagine having to do a 100% stream of a game. Yeah, of a game like this, like an RPG just sounds like, even though it's action RPG, it's still a game with just lots of stuff, like lots of collectibles, lots of marks. It seems kind of wild. Like I could do 100% like Banjo-Kazooie, like a collectathon game like that, like where my marks are based on like each level I'm in, but I don't know, I trying to do 100% Kingdom Hearts on stream, like do everything, that'd probably just drag, because like, hey, no one wants to watch me grind enemies for extra hours. Yeah, that opened up the next area. Okay, good. Oops. Let me get back up. Yeah, I don't think I can get up there yet. I need high jump, I think it is, which I get late. Wait, do I have high jump? There's no way I have high jump yet. No, I don't have high jump yet. But what abilities do I have? A sword or anything new? Increased tech points attained by parrying enemy attacks. I don't have guard yet though, so that's I guess it's because the way I picked the items in the beginning, I always forget the order that they go in. Let's go down there. Look at these nerds down here. Let's jump in on them here. Okay, nothing.
Setting your sights a little high, aren't you, boy? Back to your hole, street rat. I will not allow you to trouble the princess anymore.
Jasmine!
I'm so sorry, Aladdin.
Genie, help Jasmine, please.
One wish left. You're making this really easy, you know?
So sorry, boy. I'm afraid your second wish has been denied.
Oh, the counterplay.
Huh?
I'm sorry, Al.
And now, I bid you all farewell. Attack!
So that makes me wonder, what do the pot spiders look like on the inside? Oh, it's this thing. Okay, this boss is really annoying. You're supposed to hit its little ends here, but its antenna on both the front and the back can be quite a pain because they do big hits. But it helps to destroy the pots in between because it keeps the heads separate, so you take way less damage from them. This is another boss where patience is your friend. So another thing too, so you may have noticed earlier as I was walking through the areas of the town, there would be a fade in and out, like not like a loading screen, but like a definite fade in and out. And that doesn't happen during this boss fight, and I don't know why. Like, it's a really weird decision for like how they made that work. I don't know if like there's more detail in the areas, because in this boss fight you're obviously sticking on the floor, right? Like you're not gonna try and jump up in too many high areas. But I just don't get why. It could just be, again, PS2 limitations from back in the day, but clearly not if this boss fight is like modeled all into one place. I don't know. That I always thought was a weird thing, that this fight does use all the areas without loading screen. Like, it's an impressive thing, but hey, there you go, boss over. On higher difficulties, that boss is quite annoying, just because its antenna hits do like really big damage.
Jasmine!
There's Jafar speaking on the Agrabah loudspeakers.
To the desert! Come on, let's move!
That they had installed. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that fight is much easier on normal, or at least I guess I say that because the last when I did my run through of this, when I first got this pack and got like the platinum trophy and everything, I just did everything on proud mode first, because for one, I know this game back and forth, so doing it on proud was, you know, a pretty fair challenge for me after all this time. But two, just because that also the trophies in this game for difficulty stack, which is really nice. Not a lot of games will do that. Most will, but there's still a fair amount I see sometimes when they have difficulty-related trophies or achievements. They will require you to do multiple playthroughs. I know on PS3 for some reason the trophies did not stack, but they fixed a lot of little things like that in this version of the game too. That's like if you beat it on proud, then you'll get a trophy for every difficulty. Like that's the ideal way, I think. It's like if you do the highest difficulty, you should get everything from the end of doing it. Alright, I think we're good. Yeah, I can't go any else with Aladdin right now. Some of the areas in the town I need high jump and some other movement abilities, excuse me, to actually get to them properly. But we'll get those later. Oh ho ho! Oh, it's the boy. Okay, this is a fun fight. So we have to fight the Cave of Wonder's head, because its eyes are cursed by Heartless. I actually I like that this is a fight. This is a really interesting segment. The fight itself is kind of weak, because all you really have to do is just wait till he lowers his head and then shoot the lasers back, very much like the fight from the beginning of the game. He spits out Heartless, and that's the challenge. That's all it is. So all you really gotta do here, just run up on the nose, and then just wail away at it. Just watch out for the hits you take there. It's not too tough at all. Unless you're bad at the counterplay like I am. Oof. Oh, Aladdin getting those counter hits. There you go. Yeah, but you go after each eye at a time, and it's pretty simple. It's a little better sometimes to wait till you get higher up on the nose. Like, there you go. I'm doing not too hot, but at least I'm not dying.
Come on.
What's nice too is that the enemies he does drop do give you experience if you defeat them, so you can get a good chunk off this boss if you actually needed to grind some experience at this point. Not too bad. There you go, that's one eye down. Let's get the other one.
Come on!
Bam, bam, bam.
Come on!
Almost got it, almost got it.
Fire!
At least spells are too good against it here. Ooh, ow. There we go. Combo plus, ooh, that's a good one. Bam. And that's it, no major cutscene after that. That's just a fun little fight. That's a neat, like, reusing of that. I should change my items around too. Okay, HP and strength though. Anything else kind of cool for that? HP, MP. Imagine get summon power. I might actually want to give it to Donald. Goofy, who I will get back to later. That. This is fire damage. There's AP in defense. There's defense. Dark damage. Defense. I think Goofy's hurting for AP. Yeah, I think Goofy's fine. What does he have right now? Tornado. That's good. Aladdin. Don't need anything there. Boost rate in battle, align more spellcasting. Donald gets hits a lot, so I'll give him that. Combo plus, there we go, extends ground combo. That's a good. I don't need those right now, I don't have guard. And let's go, we are good. So yeah, this is the big dungeon area for this game. I quite enjoy this. This is Cave of Wonders on the inside. This is nice because it makes this world feel, again, bigger than the other ones, but it feels slightly more like you're making a progression. Whereas like Alice in Wonderland, you have just the small areas, you have the forest, which isn't super threatening or anything, just like, oh, it's just the forest. You know, in Olympus, you just have the Colosseum and like you do the battles, but there's not like a big threat. And then in Tarzan, it's like the whole jungle is your playground. You have the camp area, but again, no major threats aside for like Sabor like running around and jumping you in the forest sometimes. But even then, it's like not a major threat. But here it's like, oh, there's actually like a dungeon area aside from the town. That's kind of cool. And I like that they give you that sense of like, hey, we're progressing to bigger and more diverse areas in the game. Good stuff. Now, as you can see to my right, somewhat, well, once I turn the camera around a little, there is a gaping maw in which you can fall off into. There is a basement area to this place, which we will go to, but I'm going to walk forward on the normal path first and try to get as far as we can. There we go. And you actually need both Aladdin and you need to have Aladdin in your party to unlock some things in here, as well as your main group of Donald and Goofy along with Sora to unlock some things too. And I think that's actually kind of strong, because one, it makes Aladdin not useless, but two, it gets you to think a little. And I think that's a decent bit of variety that they put into this. They technically didn't have to, but it's good that they did. You know what, I'm going to skip over this right now. We're not swamp for difficulty. Okay, yeah, so that... I don't think I have that Trinity yet. Oh, oof. If I do have that Trinity, then, oh boy, I missed the clip that told me I got it. Oh, Sora's just trapped right there. Okay, I thought I had a fun game-breaking bug, but he was just kind of trapped on the ledge there.
Heal! Heal! Heal!
Oh my gosh. One day I'll heal. That's what I get for trying to skip over fights, right? Man, my... There we go, elixir. Boom. Sora's got the strongest hand ever to hold onto that ledge. Yeah, so this inside the Cave of Wonders is pretty expansive, and I appreciate that.
Come on!
If anyone has any questions about Kingdom Hearts or just game stuff in general, feel free to shoot it my way. I will do my best to elaborate on my knowledge of the Kingdom Hearts series as far as I know. I do not know everything, but I know a thing or two, I will comfortably say. Oof. No, Sora. Don't use your strong grip. Oh, no, I was supposed to jump there. Anyway. Well, here we are. We're in the bottom. This is fun. This is the underground river area. We'll see some cool things happening here. So this will lead me back up into the hall. But let's go exploring now that we're down here. So you got a couple things. You've got, first of all, this set of pillars here, which I can break. I need to get out of the water, though. Oh no. Jafar's just beating up everyone.
My first wish, Genie. Show me the keyhole.
Well, that was easy. And how did he know it would be down there, too? Like... Man, Jafar, you so crazy. Yeah, so that has opened up a door for me to get to later. So what Aladdin is used for is, see the statue up there with the monkey with the gem? That was from, like, in the movie, Abu, his little monkey friend, who we'll see in a minute, touches the gems, but he's not supposed to touch them. Look, also, okay, random side note, there are some areas in the game where, okay, there's this blue trinity on the ground, right? But if I step back a bit, even though you can kind of see that, this whole area is, like, at least a nice blue hue. You know, it's not a big contrast. Like, if I was just walking by like that, you probably miss it. Like, from right here, you can't tell. Like, okay, now that I turn the camera full on, it stands out rather than pointing it out, but it's very easy to miss that. And there are a handful of trinities like that are kind of easy to miss, and I'm not sure if I like that. Because I'm not 100% colorblind, but I have a very slight color blindness with some shades, and like, hey, if that was bad enough, I might actually not be able to see that. But yeah, just how Sora did, you can only do that with Abu, or excuse me, Aladdin has to be in your party for that to work. So that's why I brought Aladdin down here first before I'll switch back to everyone else. See. Yeah, I don't think I can make that jump yet. I think I need my long/high jump. Let's go over there. I know this one leads back up as well. Yes, that's correct. Oh, not the entrance. I don't want to go there just yet. Like, see, there's a trinity back there in the main room. I know where it was in case you missed it, but there's a white trinity, and those ones stand out like clear as day. Like, there's not a single one of the white trinities that just like are there and hidden really insanely hard. Most of them are real easy to find. So most of them in general are easy to find, but there's some red and blue one. There's like one green one that's just hidden in a grass patch in one of the areas of Tarzan, and it's just so easy to run by that it's just kind of frustrating. It's like, man, like, place them in strategic places, but don't make me play, you know, those games you play in the doctor's office where you like look at the image for 10 minutes and tell me what you see. Torn page. There you go. I got a book of poop page already. I'd forgotten if you get one in the Aladdin world or not. But anyways, thus ends my rant on poorly placed trinities. and I would watch everyone swim up a waterfall because look how strong these characters are. I forget. Oh no, okay, I know where I'm supposed to go. I think I'm done with all the Aladdin things down here, so I'm going to now switch back to Goofy. See ya, Al. Actually, wait, no. There's a couple more Aladdin things to do, now that I think about it. Oh. So this pillar right here, this little, I guess, whatever this is, I'm supposed to be able to push that, but I do not have I don't think I have Yellow Trinity right now. It's the next one I get for sure, but I can't recall if I get it in this world or in another world. I don't think I already have it. Which in case if I did, that I would just come back and check later, but there's a room farther up that I didn't get to before I fell down the hole originally, where I was supposed to show me. There were some more gems there, and that's why I took Aladdin with me. Actually, weirdly enough, I mentioned the Red Trinity, right? Okay, watch this. I mentioned the Blue Trinity, right, in the underground area. Now, give me a second. I know it's here somewhere. Okay, well, I know I'm not. Okay, there it is. There it is. Look at that Red Trinity on the ground right there. That is so easy to miss. Because, like, look at this room now. This room has a very, like, orangey red, like, bright hue to it. Whereas, like, if you were walking by, you would not see that just, like, in running. Like, you have to actually kind of, like, tilt the camera and be like, oh, there it is. And it's, like, it's great that this game is in HD now, but holy moly. Like, that is the easiest thing to miss, and that is not fun. But, hey. We can get these chests easier now that we don't need to wait for having high jump. Mostly it's just fusion items, but hey. Hey, dogs in a box! So we're sticking with that till the end. Defense up. Ooh, do I have any more step boost items for Sora? Maybe not, but hey, let's make Sora as strong as possible, because that's what we want. And then this one... There you go. A new gummy. I think that's everything for this room. But yeah, really, really curious choice to just put this Trinity right here. I'm pretty sure you just slam into this thing and something happens. I don't know. I'm actually going to do it right now because that's going to bother me. Even if I don't backtrack for all the Trinities on this file, because I don't know if I'll need that to show you guys, like, secret endings and stuff. I still want to get it for my own sake. Yeah, that one just gave me some items. Good, and some money. What time is it? Okay, it's only 9:30. Yeah, we definitely have time to finish up Agrabah and at least hit one or two. Not one or two. One more world and probably one of the tournaments. I can show you guys what those are like too. Let's go see what's up inside this room. What's evil Jafar scheming?
Again?
He is more persistent than I expected. Why not explain the situation to that boy, Riku? Doing so may actually prove useful to our...
Wait a second. Are you Maleficent?
Jafar, let Jasmine go!
Not a chance. You see, she's a princess. One of 7 who somehow hold the key to opening the door.
I like how he just accepts that somehow they need the princesses.
But you fools won't live to see what lies beyond it. Genie, my second wish, crush them!
Genie, no!
Sorry, Al. The one with the lamp calls the shots. I don't have a choice.
So now we have to fight Jafar. This fight is actually quite easy. The only annoying thing is that he's going to float around the room a lot. And this was, even though I mentioned earlier when we were fighting Cerberus and Olympus, that was like the first major fight where like the main villain or the main boss of a world wasn't like a big Heartless. Because up until that point, the way I had played things out, we had the dark side, the big shadow on Destiny Islands. We had the guard armor in Traverse Town. We had Alice in Wonderland, and I mean I guess Clayton counts as not being a Heartless, but you also fight his little iguana friend, so it's kind of like half and half. But Cerberus and now Jafar on a bigger scale are, oh gosh. They're actually that's the first point where you fight some of the bigger villains in the game. And I think that's pretty cool. It's like again, this is the first world too where we're fighting like one of the evil council members, one of the big evil Disney villain council members. Even though Hades is in Olympus, you don't fight him until quite later. And yeah, so while this fight is going on though, Jafar's not doing much. Like he's got all his magic, and he's obviously full sorcerer man. But Genie's in the background there, kind of just trying to mess us up. But some of his hits, I don't know if you guys noticed earlier, they will drop magic or other items sometime, and he keeps apologizing every time he hits. I think that's cute. I think it's a nice bit of interaction. Yeah, this fight's not too bad. All you gotta do is just follow Jafar around, jump on the platform, and just keep wailing away at him. It's a fun fight. You gotta at least keep on your toes, because then if not, Genie's gonna come and get you. Genie actually does a lot of damage if it hits you. Not enough to kill you if you're not playing on like proud mode, but it's still enough that it's like, oh. And that combined with the fact that like Jafar uses magic like this laser that follows you.
That's gotta hurt.
It's a busy fight. It's a busy fight. There you go. Bam. And that's it, right? More ice. As if we didn't have enough ice powers already. So your magic levels up as it would in a Final Fantasy game. Simple as that. Strong. It's mostly just stronger damage. I don't think you need stronger magic to unlock much of anything later in the game. I'm actually trying to think. Yeah, I don't think stronger magic actually stops you from unlocking anything. As long as you have like the base form of one spell, you'll be good.
Genie!
Oh,
my
not done yet.
Wish. I want you to make me an all-powerful genie!
Why is his neck a different color? Wait, what? Never mind. Damn, you just opened a hole into the center of the earth. What's up, Jasmine? She passed out because this fight was too sick. No, look, Sora, the keyhole is right here. If we just seal it, we can... Nah, okay. Oh, into the abyss. Into this conveniently created, like, structure down here. So, like I said, big boss, or big boy. Alright, so as cool as it is that you're fighting Genie and Jafar, like this is the really, like the big boss fight music's kicked in. As cool as that is, the reality of this fight is that you really just have to run after Iago and just hit the lamp. That's all it is. It has a lot of health, so I'll say that. But this fight is kind of disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, later boss fights are cool. Like, you already fought Jafar once, which is cool. It would've been cool to fight the genie form. It's like, I get it. Like, the lamp is his source of power, so hit the lamp. But I kind of wish there was some more interaction between Sora and Jafar. Like, all you have to do is just move when he's gonna throw the rocks. And then just hit Yago, and just, like, keep going, and keep going. And hey, look, there's Arrow, there's Donald actually coming and clutch him, and then and Iago doesn't do anything either. He just, like, stands here and, like, takes the lamp. The only way you kind of get deterred is because the paths come up and down like this. I see they're rising and pulling out over there. And that's all. So, I don't know, this fight's okay. Like, the setting is cool. Like, I wish this arena was used for more. But it's just, it's not. And that's kind of disappointing. I don't know. I think it's disappointing just because I like Aladdin too, so it's kind of like, oh, this movie that I really enjoy, its final boss fight, which on paper looks really cool, is kind of anticlimactic. It's just you. Can you deflect the? I don't know if you can collect. Deflect his little stones he throws. Did he just heal? Actually, I don't know. So much I know, right? Yeah, this is like the only real challenging part of the game is keeping up with Iago flying around. Okay, let's... well, someday I'll see if those actually can be deflected or not. I don't think so. Okay, let's take one quick check while we're here chilling. Or not. Yeah, because you can... Look, you can target Jafar, but what's the point? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh wow! Eating my own dirt. I can throw blizzard chunks at Jafar.
See ya.
I did not know that. Or if I did, it's been so long since I've actually tried that I just forgot. Because it's like, why would you not run around and just hit the lamp, right? That's cool. Learning new things every day, or remembering old things. But now that I've wasted all my magic, it's time to just go back to hitting this defenseless bird in the sky. There you go. Well, that's cool. So you can at least damage Jafar a bit. I like that. Like, you obviously can't run up and spam the Keyblade on him, which would be fun. But yeah, it's kind of a lackluster fight,
okay,
really.
Jafar,
like it could be so much
back
more.
To your lamp.
It's cooler in 2 when you fight him. Down the toilet he goes. Yeah, just getting all the magic upgrades here. But I guess it makes sense. Jafar is a wizard man. We got an Ansem report. I'll read that for you guys once we get done. That's where the real plot happens. Someone just nabbed Jasmine. Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Jasmine? Jasmine!
Should have seen this keyhole years ago, Sora. I like the way that one disappears there. That's cool. Because I think the door looks like an even bigger keyhole. I like that. And there you go. That's Agrabah. Or is it? Oh, the world's not done yet.
Jasmine!
She's clearly not there, Aladdin. And yes, you do the carpet escape sequence in what is like the most. Again, this game has so much in it. Like, I can only give this so much flack for being like another fun little like escape mini game, but boy is this like nothing. Like, controlling this isn't even really that good first. Like, I'm trying to I'm holding the controller as far like right as I can right now. Like, I'm trying to get Sora to move as far right as he can, but he just does not go on the other side of those pillars. think you can actually die in here, you know, and reset. Like, I'm taking damage from those fire things on purpose right now. But you'll pick up health orbs like that and mostly be fine as you go through. It's a fun escape sequence because it's like this doesn't make an appearance anywhere else in the game. This one's not even a mini game. You're just getting out of the Cave of Wonders right there. It's cool that they put that in there because it's, again, like, plot of the movie. But on the flip side, it's also kind of just like, well, it's there. It's a fun sequence, though. It's a fun sequence. Yeah, see, I like how Donald is, like, questioning this right now along with Goofy. But then when they ask to bring Riku, who's already clearly from another world, he's like, nah, get out of here.
Earth to Al? Hello, you still have one wish left? Look, just say the word. Ask me to find Jasmine for you.
I wish for your freedom, Genie.
Al!
Let it be known that being free means you have feet.
A deal's a deal, Genie.
And don't wear wristbands.
Now you can go anywhere you want. You're your own master. But if you can, it'd be great if you could go along with them and help Sora find Jasmine.
Sorry, Al. I'm done taking orders from others. But a favor? Now that's entirely different. I guess I could give that a try. After all, we're pals, right, Al?
Genie.
Just leave it to me!
Oh. So now you see the council breaking down.
That smarmy vizier could have had him. If someone had stuck around to give him a hand.
Hey, I did my part. I brought the princess, didn't I?
Yeah, so Riku was the one who got her.
Jafar was beyond help, consumed by his own hatred. One should beware of letting it burn too fiercely.
Get it? Burn because he was in a fire dungeon.
Whoa, whoa, lighten up. I'm as cool as they come, okay? By the way, kid, have we got something special for you?
Huh?
We had a deal, yes? You help us, and we grant you your wish.
A projection of Kairi.
Kairi,
just what Riku
go
always
to
wanted.
her. Your vessel is waiting.
Just remember, this is no pleasure cruise. It won't be a pleasant voyage.
Why are you doing all this for me?
I need to look this up in between, but
What's
I think
the catch?
I think Captain Hook's voice is actually his original actor because it sounds way more strong in its
You're
delivery.
like a son to me. I only want you to be happy.
We'll continue voice actor roulette later.
Believe what you wish. But lest we forget, I kept my end of the bargain.
Hey, Riku's perception is at least at 100 right now. But Maleficent's still trying to act. That cutscene was definitely in the original game. That would be really weird if that wasn't there. Let's see, 3 wishes. I'm gonna do Cream Blade, and we got Green Trinity. Green Trinity makes them like stack on each other so they can like get things in higher places. That's it. Oh yeah, and Genie is now a summon too. Which weirdly enough, so like I said, some of the summons come in the form of like gemstones that you're given. And hey, there's just this random shop guy here now. Who is totally not a reskin of like the random street guy in Traverse Town that we'd seen before, but hey. You know, I'm no PS2 game developer.
Come on!
Anyway, here we go. Let's climb up here. Mount the Goofy. Man, Goofy's gotta have the strongest or worst to maintain back in the whole Disneyverse. AP up, hey, there we go. Not that I think Sora needs it at this point. Yeah, geez, I'm just chock full of everything. I guess I could equip Sonic Blade, why the hell not? Oh, the Lucky Strike. And yeah, that's Agrabah. I'll equip 3 wishes as well. Strength, defense, max HP. Is there anything comparable to that right now? Nah, not really. I'll equip his Keyblade though. Yes, just more strength. That's all it really is. Let us save. What are we at right now? 945. Okay, yeah. And let's go. Yeah, that's Agrabah. Again, a much bigger world, bigger sense of scale, and more things are starting to open up. That's where it starts to get really fun. That's Goofy with the memory of a hawk coming in and let you know that that's how you get to the Moogle shop. And Sora with the torn page. I like these little reminders. Like, obviously you pick it up, but like when you're running through the dungeons, getting all your different items, like running through the different areas in general, you know, you pick up a torn page, it doesn't just stick in your mind, you kind of forget about it. So it's nice that it tells you. So, I could go back and do 1 or 2 of the backtracking things. I think I may do that at the end, just to kind of wind down while I'm still going. But I think we'll do one more world. And I think we're gonna go, trying to think of what would be a good world to end on for the night. Okay, we're gonna go this way. Yeah, this should be fun. Well, I'm not even gonna be coy and hide them. So the world on the bottom is, or the world in the lower path, that would have been Atlantica, which is Little Mermaid. And that world is okay, but you have to swim in that world. And the mechanics for that, and like how you do it, are kind of odd. I don't mind them, but because I am a little tired right now, I don't know if I have the patience for it. Well, the world we're going through right now, though, is Halloween Town, so... Everyone likes Nightmare Before Christmas, right? Everyone in middle school did, at least. Oh yeah, Nightmare Before Christmas is great. Which is a fun poll for this, too. Because, like, that's definitely in, like, the greater Disneyverse. Like, it's not... It's definitely a popular franchise, but it's definitely not, like, I would say, a core Disney franchise. You know, it's like not as, you know, much of a staple as something like Aladdin or like Alice in Wonderland. You know, like actual like super classics like that. But it's still up there. Yeah, Atlantica. It suffers from several issues. Like, most developers don't have like water movement down even to this day. There are some good games. There are many good exceptions, and off the top of my head, I don't have any that come to mind. But like movement in water is a tough thing to get like just right in a game. Oh, what's this? It's a giant whale. It's sin, right? We're going to Final Fantasy X world now. Oh, I wish. No, this is Monstro. So yeah, we were going to Nightmare Before Christmas, Halloween Town, but no, this is Monstro. This is the actual world that we're doing. I pranked you all who did not know about it. Aha. And that's a fun bit. So Jiminy actually does cue you in on that, and his face just like freaks out and clips through right there. I don't know why that is. It's probably just a port thing, but yeah, no, Atlantica's not great. It's just, it's kind of, oh, they're kids, look at them, they're so cute. I think I had mentioned it at the beginning when I was on Destiny Island still, what they're about to do, there's just a hole in this ceiling right there. And it's just the wind. But kids, eh? See, like how when they're... Oh, wow, none of these rocks are tagged up. I forgot about this. These kids got really delinquent over the years. I appreciate this because it at least gives some kind of greater context to Riku, at least being like, I want to go do things, like get off this island, you know, adventure, you know, he wants to see new worlds. Also, he just said new girl at the mayor's house. That implies Kairi. So yeah, that's when like that's just them interacting as kids, and that's also Kairi. Kairi moving to their hometown.
Hey, Sora, are you okay?
What are you guys doing? Where are we anyway? Whoa!
Oh, you know, I think that big old whale monstro just swallowed us. And for today's weather, expect showers. Oh, heavy showers.
Hey! Who's there? It's me!
Who are you?
It's just Pinocchio. Pinocchio?
Pinocchio? Pinocchio, where you going? Pinocchio!
I find it weird that Donald knows about
it,
Pinocchio. Because, like, okay. Jiminy is obviously traveling between worlds, right? That's at least kind of established, because he starts off in, like, Mickey's castle, and, you know, he's like, you know, he's coming with us, you know. But does that imply that Donald and Goofy have traveled to, like, Pinocchio's world? Or is, like, Pinocchio visited Disney Castle? There's a lot of questions. What was I saying? Well, oh yeah, Atlantica. Atlantica is... it's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best. It's a stage with many ideas.
What have you got there, Pinocchio?
With this, we can get out of here, Father.
Really? With this big block, you think so?
It's true. So, how did you end up here, Pinocchio?
You just crawl into Geppetto's ship, and he's just like...
Oh my, so the whale swallowed all of you too?
Oh, I guess that would make sense. He's just like, well, there's people here.
Looks like it.
Getting swallowed in the interdimensional
My name is
whale.
Geppetto. I'm Pinocchio's father. When we got separated, I traveled all over looking for him. Thank goodness we're together again. So, you seem to know Pinocchio quite well. I hope he was a good boy in my absence. Well, we've all had quite a journey, right, Pinocchio? Pinocchio!
How would you not hear that kid, like, clickety-clacking away? You could hear his joints for a minute, like, man... You wild Geppetto. I'm trying to get on this ledge here. Oh, whatever. So yeah, go find Pinocchio, that's the main thing. And I'm trying to take his big gummy block here, but he won't let me. Anyway, long story short, keep drifting off, but Atlantica, not the best. Definitely not the best. Not the worst. It just really has to do with the fact that, like, even today, devs struggle with, like, good water movement. There are dozens of good examples, but still, for every good example, there's a greater handful of examples that are like, ooh, it's just not so good. I don't know. That's why I didn't want to do Atlantica right now. We'll probably start off with Atlantica next time.
Come on, let's go back.
You know, Geppetto's awfully worried about you.
Pinocchio, stop fooling around. This is no time for games.
But Sora, I thought you liked games.
No, games are fucking nerds, Riku.
Now that you have the Keyblade.
Riku? What are you doing here?
Just playing with Pinocchio.
You know what I mean. What about Kairi? Did you find her?
Maybe. Catch us, and maybe I'll tell you what I know.
Man, what a shit.
Oh, come on.
At least I don't have to do another silly race again. Oh yeah, so this is Monstro, by the way. Fun level. So earlier we were in his mouth. And inside him you fight the ghosts of all the dead people that he has since swallowed. Look at this. You're just fighting ghosts. Man, Monstro's an interesting stage. Not too crazy. It's kind of like, it's a stage that's a little more like Deep Jungle in Tarzan, where Riku is obviously way more integral to the plot than, you know, Sora, Donald, and Goofy like fighting about who gets to drive the ship or whatever. But yeah, Riku, you do learn some neat stuff here. That's why I wanted to come here too, as a fun closing out point, like end on a high point before I do a couple side quests and call it a night. But a bit of a smaller stage. Your main goal is just wander through and find Pinocchio as Riku's like taking him away from you, and beyond that, there's not too much. But it's a stage more like Tarzan, in which there's not a major villain. It's just a stage in which, you know, it's more of a like character development stage versus like a plot development stage, I would say. Neat overall, though. I actually quite like the inclusion of this. Monstro makes not too many other appearances throughout the series. You get, what is he? He's not in 2. This world is reused in Chain of Memories, but I mean, that doesn't exactly count as like a complete reuse in the sense of like it's a new version of it. In Birth by Sleep on PSP, or at least the final mix version of that, there's this really cool arena boss where you fight Monstro in this interesting segment, which involves you, so you fight a bunch of like waves of monsters inside of him, and then you get spit out and have to fight him on the outside, and then you have 8 rounds, and so every time you finish a round you get spit back outside, and you get to fight him for 3 minutes, and in those 3 minutes you're supposed to just wail on him and, you know, go through his attack pattern trying to get his health bar down. But when the 3 minutes go up, you get swallowed back inside again and have to fight more enemies, and they get stronger every time, so it's kind of like try to beat him as fast as you can. I think it's a really interesting arena fight. There's nothing as cool as that in this game, but it's neat to see them like reuse Monstro in such an interesting way. So I mean that, I think, I'm trying to think, actually, if there's a world based on like the carnival part of Pinocchio, like in the movie, where like the creepy kids get turned into donkeys and stuff, like that's really weird. But that makes an appearance in a later Kingdom Hearts game. But yeah, Monstro doesn't get too much other play. He's kind of a unique stage here. So you're just going through his weird, always moving guts. I don't want to do too much fighting. I think I'm actually a pretty fair level for where I am in the game too. That's why I started at midday, so I can just keep a balance as we go through. Make sure I get a fair amount of experience as we're going along. I think did I mess that up? Wait, Chamber 3. Okay, that's where I want to go. Okay, and then Chamber 2. Am I messing up this? Okay, no. Yeah, there are a lot of things you can miss inside Monstro your first time around. You do get high jump here, which is also why I came here, so I can show you guys some of the movement abilities you get going through the game that really open things up. There are a lot of goodies to find in inside Monstro, and it's also very easy to miss a lot of them, because some of the rooms, or pretty much all the rooms, look so similar. Like all the walls and stuff are pretty much the same, aside from the fact that it's like they're numbered through different chambers. Going beyond that is really just not much. And then it just makes me wonder where it's like, if there were other Monstros that all up added up to 36, would they then be inducted into the Wu-Tang Clan? I don't know. These are the questions that need to be asked about Kingdom Hearts. I don't think jumping on the boxes will get me any higher. They're just kind of there. I know there's a Trinity somewhere on the floor here too. I missed a bunch of the Trinities I was complaining about in Agrabah, but that's okay. So there's always the off-screen grind to get those. And again, yeah, not a lot of unique enemies here either. You have these air-flying enemies, but those appear sometimes in Traverse Town. And you have a variation on the pot spider, which is the barrel spider. Pretty much the same thing. These ones tend to explode way more than the pot spiders do, though. I know there's another Torn Winnie the Pooh page in here too, which I would like to get that. I don't think we'll do probably. I'm trying to think. After Monstro's done, we'll probably do. I'll do an arena tournament so you can see how the flow of those goes, because there's not too many rounds there. And then I will do a Book of Pooh, and then we'll probably a Book of Pooh page, and then we'll call it a night from there. But you still got a ways to go. Hey, more dogs in a box. Oh, I didn't check the Dalmatian house last time I was there. Huh, whatever. I'll try and remember that in the back of my head too. If I don't do that, someone remind me to do that before I get back to, or when I get back to Traverse Town. Okay, I came from there. I think I want to go down here. Yes. Yes. There he is. That's the blue ground trinity, or blue trinity on the ground right here. That's what I was looking for. Oh, I messed up big time. So see how it's giving me the command Sonic above my my attack there in the bottom? That means I can do Sonic Rave, which I have equipped. That's a big quality of life buff that was that was given to this game. In Kingdom Hearts, in the first Kingdom, in the original releases of Kingdom Hearts, you had to scroll through your menu. You can still scroll through your menus to select magic items and summon, but doing that on the D-pad now is really easy because you only have to scroll through 2 or 3 options. But originally you had a menu that you could also go left or right with, so there were 8 different things, and stringing through those menus during combat just to get things to pop off was kind of annoying. Like you had a selection where you could pick different abilities, and you had to wait for those abilities to, or you had to make sure you had enough MP and pick from the right list too, and it was just, overall it was just not very well designed, I think. It was definitely something that's older in how it was designed, kind of like the swimming mechanics in Atlantica. But thankfully they've streamlined that a lot in here, so like most of your abilities that are like super attacks for Sora get programmed straight to triangle, and like when they can be activated in battle, they just pop right off. I think that's pretty cool. Megaether. Yeah, no, Sora's gotta go super fast now. All the quality of life buffs though for real are like super good in this game. I think Kingdom Hearts 1 or Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix on the HD packs got like the most in terms of like little upgrades that got added to it. Like they're just good. Like, I'd be curious at some point to like pop my PS2 back on and like.
Why do you still care about that boy?
Check out the Kingdom Hearts on there, like just for fun. It's been so long since I played that version.
Keyblade and his new companions, after all.
I don't care about him. I was just messing with him a little.
Oh, really?
Okay,
of course
Riku.
You will. Beware the darkness in your heart. The heartless prey upon it.
Mind your own business.
Damn. Hey, there he is.
Riku! What's the matter with you? What are you thinking?
Why are you such a shit friend?
I was about to ask you the same thing, Sora. You only seem interested in running around and showing off that Keyblade these days. Do you even want to save Kairi?
I do.
Ruh-roh. Come on, Riku, why you such a baddie? this where it came from? Yeah, okay, this is where it came from. And let's go straight into Monstro's Bowels, because that's where you should go in a game for children. A very, very apt name. I don't know, man. On Magic School Bus, they had an episode where they almost got digested by a kid.
You up for this?
Kingdom Hearts can do anything.
No problem. Let's do it.
Hey, you get Riku on your team. He doesn't have a health bar or anything. But this is a fight against the... what's this thing's name? Parasite Cage? I think is what it's called. A bit more of an intense enemy. He's got those big long arms. You want to just try and deflect them, hit them at the right points. And you get some tech points for it. When you get it, if you hit its face, it's more likely to get a bit of a stun sequence going on, and then you can just like hit the main cage part on the bottom. Yeah, just jump up here and just wail away at it. There you go. Then you got Pinocchio yelling every day, every hour, to just get him out of there. And it's like, oh, it's just the most annoying thing ever. I mean, not the most annoying thing ever, but like, Pinocchio, we're right here fighting this creature. You can see us in your face. Why would you... Okay, well, actually, I'm not gonna get the stun state. Oops.
This should help. Heal. Heal. Come on.
There we go. That's Parasite Cage. Not too hard of a fight, but interesting little boss. He's not done yet. Into Monstro's Bowel Hole. It's Goofy learned Cheer. Oh, it's just another ability, yes. Wee. It's all getting Monstro's Bowel Hole. I guess that drained the water a little? I don't know how Monstro works.
Pinocchio! Pinocchio!
He's an interdimensional space whale, like...
Give me back my son!
Sorry, old man. I have some unfinished business with this puppet.
He's no puppet. Pinocchio is my little boy.
He is unusual. Not many puppets have hearts. I'm not sure, but maybe he can help someone who's lost theirs.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about Kairi?
What do you care about her?
Boy... And yeah, oh, it's high jump. So that's a party ability. You know, I just blasted past that screen, which is saying, hey, like, now you have abilities that go across your whole party that say share. There's only a couple of them. But yeah, high jump. One of the most useful ones in the game, but boom, Sora's got like mad hops now. Unfortunately, though, for some weird reason, I can't get on top of the boat, which is what I'm trying to do. I don't think you can right now. But up there is a Trinity. And just there's a treasure chest up there. That's really all it is. You need another skill later to get to it, but we save them. We have high jump that gets us to a lot more places. Now we can get all the treasure chests in this room that was clearly designed to let you practice using high jump. Like, look at this place. You couldn't get anything here if you didn't have high jump. I mean, I can barely get anything now because who wants to jump correctly when you're live on stream, but. But yeah, the water gets drained, you get some more platforms, and you get to go jumping around more. Pretty neat. The movement abilities in this game and how they kind of open up are always fun. Because they give you a good sense of progression where it feels almost kind of like Metroid-style backtracking, like, oh, I didn't have this like very basic but necessary movement ability, but once you get it, it's like, oh, it's super satisfying. It's like, I worked to get that, so it's a good feeling. That gem I got back there, that thing I got back there was Water Gleam. I think that's Dumbo for a summon. Weird choice for a summon, but hey, it's classic Disney property. More dogs in a box. I want to go that way. But yeah, the movement options in here are great. I will say too though that when you play a lot of these games back to back, you get what I like to describe as like Kingdom Hearts whiplash. At least that's how I've heard it described before, where it's just kind of like you have all your movement right at the end of each game. Like you have Sora's, he's fast, he's jumping around, he's doing all this cool stuff, and then if you jump right to like Chain of Memories or Kingdom Hearts 2, you start at the beginning, and like duh, of course you start at the beginning of those games. Ooh, I'm not making that jump at all. I'll try one more time. No, then I won't get it. But yeah, you get kind of you get a really hard whiplash from like going from like the end of one game to the beginning of another. Where it's like, okay, like I obviously don't have all my powers, but it's like, oof, like I need to start again and like learn to go slow before I can go fast again. It's not as hard in some of the other games, but there's a couple of the Kingdom Hearts games where it's definitely like very apparent. It's like, oh, like I don't have my good movement, and that doesn't feel good after I'm used to having my good movement. Later games though do give you like really good movement from the start, and that's actually, I think, that's pretty good. We're just gonna go straight up here into Monstro's throat now, I guess, because so if that's his mouth, and we went back, his throat's up here. I'd like to see the anatomical layout for this. How did Tetsuya Nomura think that a whale was designed? Because I'm willing to bet, you know, I took a marine biology class in high school. I remember almost nothing from it, but I'm willing to bet that that's not how a whale looks like on the inside. But hey, who knows? Most of the notes I took in that book probably also warned me about Heartless. Not at all. So hey, what did they know? See, also look, there's this Trinity down here on the ground, which much more noticeable. But this room, which is clearly like telling you, hey, go upwards, you know, to get to the top. Like it wants you to look up, so why would you look down? I don't know. Weird design choices, if anything, but you know, someone's got to pick it apart. Might as well be me. Yeah, just more items, more good stuff. Wait, what was that? Mithril Shard. Yeah, more good stuff. I'm gonna skip the rest of these enemies because fighting in this room kind of sucks. I just want to clear them so I can get this room. And now, yeah, so you're going up to his throat from his mouth and into his stomach. Cause whales are, yeah. Just don't think about it.
Hey, let Pinocchio go, Riku.
A puppet that's lost its heart to the heartless. Maybe it holds the key to helping Kairi. How about it, Sora? Let's join forces to save her. We can do it together. What? You'd rather fight me? Over a puppet that has no heart?
Heart or no heart, at least he still has a conscience.
Conscience?
Oh, sick burn.
You might not hear it, but right now it's loud and clear.
Yeah, he's making loud footsteps running over to him.
Side.
Then you leave me no choice.
Pinocchio! Pinocchio!
Listen to that conscience.
I'm not gonna make it.
I like that implementation of that.
I guess I'm okay.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Stop lying to yourself.
Huh?
Oh, Riku using the dark portals now. Yeah, it's just Parasite Cage Round 2. It's a little more serious this time. I'm actually gonna use Arrow. I should have Arrow hotkeyed because that makes it way more useful. So this time is when you want to actually hit the head and have it do useful things. Arrow, by the way, also makes it so you take way less damage. So yeah, that's the trick. You want to hit the head first, and when the mouth opens, then you hit the weird dark core in the middle. Another quality of life buff that may note, like how I was mentioning before with how they changed the menu layouts and stuff. You'll notice that when I clicked on magic, arrow was the last spell I used, so it automatically just stays there because the game is thinking, oh, most likely I'll use that again. Now it wants a cure, so it'll be stuck there.
This should help.
Another very tiny thing about this fight too is that if you get hit enough by the poison gas he spews out, you somewhat gain a poison status ailment, which is, there's not like an antidote item or anything to cure that, because very few enemies actually like have that as something they throw off. But it's just interesting that they bothered to put that in here at all, like that Sora can be poisoned. That is a thing in some later Kingdom Hearts games too. Like there are very minor status ailments like that, but it's just they hardly get like major play. Like see above Sora's head, you can see like the gas there. It's neat. It's neat. I forget about that sometimes. And if you stand in the water around his feet too, you can take poison damage.
This should help.
Yeah, this fight's quite intense when you're in critical, because there's just, or not critical, excuse me, proud mode, because there's just a lot happening. It's a big bit of running back and forth. Oh god, I should probably heal. And you may be thinking, why don't you stop running into the poison like a big idiot person? I would do that, but hey, the off's already done, so let's not talk about that. Yes, that's Parasite Cage. It's a fun boss. Not too hard, not too inventive, but back to the regular Heartless bosses. It's a decent one. I like that you get two tries at it, kind of like Guard Armor.
Riku!
Sorry, I just checking my phone here for a second. Yeah, now you got stop magic, because why would you keep doing magic when you can just stop?
So, Kairi's like a lifeless puppet now?
Precisely.
And her heart was...
Taken by the Heartless, no doubt.
Tell me, what can I do?
There are 7 maidens of the purest heart. We call them the Princesses of Heart. Gather them together, and a door will open to the heart of all worlds. Within lies untold wisdom.
Also, maybe it's because I have my headset on, I can hear really well.
Recover Kairi's heart.
Maleficent's voice really echoes.
Now, I'll grant you a marvelous gift.
I've never noticed that before.
Power to control the Heartless.
Like when the music picks up and everything, that would make sense, but... Oh, he's got that gross warm feeling.
Soon, Kairi. Soon.
What happens soon, Riku? Tell me. Yeah, that's Monstro. You just get spit right back out. I think if I were to have gone to Atlantica first, Monstro would have spawned there instead. But you can get Monstro on either side of the map, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong, but I do remember that being a thing. I'm just so used to going the upper path to get Monstro, because I like doing Halloween Town first. Yeah, there you go. That's Monstro. You get some good development, find out stuff about find out what's going on with Riku and his conflict with Sora and how that kind of escalates. But no, we don't need to go to Agrabah right now. Let's see. Yeah, there's another tournament. So let's see. We have 2 more things on our checklist for the night. We are going to do a tournament at Olympus, and then we'll wind down and do some Book of Pooh. Then we'll probably call it there. I hope everyone's enjoyed this for tonight. I know this is more of like the middle section of Kingdom Hearts, but I'm glad we actually are pushing forward through this. This is where things start to pick up and get more fun. It's been more of a quiet night, and I hope everyone's chilling and having a good time, because I know I am. Oh, what you got to say, Hercules? Damn. I don't know who's supposed to be taller here. I would need to look up my trusty old instruction manual, but Sora looks like... Alright, Sora's here. And Goofy's there. So how tall is Hercules? I would wager he's like a 6'5", like, good size height guy, but again, he's also like a demigod, so who knows. Anyway, actually, are there any Trinity limits? Yes, there are. Dogs in a box, you know you love it. That has definitely reminded me to go and check when we get back to Traverse Town. Let's talk to good old Phil right here. We'll do Phil Cup. And so the tournaments, they usually just go in waves. The first couple are only 10 rounds each. There's one at the end that is 50. That's like the ultimate one. That's eventually you'll fight Hades in the middle of there. We may do that on stream. I'm not sure though. Yeah, just watch the enemies melt here though. But yeah, you do all the main ones, then that one unlocks, and that's like the end of Olympus. You know, then you'll get you'll see the keyhole seals for this world. That's critical if you want to get the like extra stuff for the endings at the end of the game. But and then there's like super bosses for here as well. There's a couple. The super bosses for here, I think, were added in the American version, so like we've always had those here, but they weren't in Japan. So then, like when Japan got Final Mix, they got the super bosses for the Colosseum. And some of them are pretty fun. One is quite notorious, but we'll get there when we get there. I do plan on doing that on the stream, so we'll hold your horses though. We'll get there. And yeah, as you noticed, I didn't point it out, but even though we quickly destroyed it, there were some walking feet there that were slightly different colored. That's the guard armor. That's part of guard armor anyway. I think we'll see the rest of it at the end. The guard armor fight, originally, I pointed out that it was one of many Heartless who are colored different in this game because it's Final Mix. Just no rhyme or reason. Just say you got an alt skin to denote that this is like the director's cut version of the game. But guard armor has always had that like unique dark pink kind of magenta color. When it's in the Colosseum, I don't know why. It's just kind of to denote that like, okay, this is the guard armor that's part of the Colosseum because it's not the same one that you fought before, I guess. I don't know. Also, hey, look at all these stands that are just not filled up. There's no one watching you fight.
Come on.
And I always wondered why that was. Like, of all the worlds, Olympus feels kind of the most dead. Even though, like, there's so much going on here. And it's like, you spend so much time in this Colosseum area. Like, why would you not try and, like, maybe make some, like, people to fill the stands? I don't know. See, look, there are the hands, too. It's they have the same movement pattern and styles, but they're different colors. They were always that color though, so that actually didn't change in Final Mix, which is interesting. It's just neat to see what they did and didn't change. I think we're almost done. I think it said we're at round 3. And the way the cups work in terms of counting it off is like you get ranked at the end. Ranking just means how many rounds you beat. That's it. It's not something super special. But if you were to like lose a round, so like there are 10 rounds in a cup, right? So Sora is like number 10, I think. Or you do round 10 first, and then you end up at 1. But if you were to start over, or if you lost the point you stopped from, you would still be ranked higher than that, but then you still have to finish the ones you did. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. See, now we almost have a whole guard armor. And yeah, we also didn't get a new Keyblade for finishing Monstro. That just didn't happen. You do get a Keyblade from Geppetto later though, because he eventually moves into Traverse Town. I don't know if he'll be there when we go back. And hey, there's the body. We found all of it. So this solid set of colors though is more what the guard armor would have looked like in non-final mix. Just imagine instead of magenta, imagine it being purple. Yeah, he's already dead. This is the easiest cup right here. You also have some variations with the cups. You can do solo mode with Sora. Yeah, so each completion of a cup in its different forms will get you different items. So like right now with all the homies, you get what do I get at the end here? I know we just finished.
We're the champs!
You did it! All this fanfare, no crowd. Okay, you got gravity. That's a good spell. But then you get other stuff for beating it on the different. Will not open. What? Didn't you do something later to get that? I forget. Well, whatever. So I'll show you. I'm not gonna do it right now, but so there's Soak Up. There's Enter Alone is just Sora, and then after that you have a time attack mode with everyone. I don't think there's a solo time attack either. But yeah, it's just a different way to keep playing through, but you get different rewards every time. Sometimes you get new Keyblades, sometimes you get new magic like that. It all sorts of different fun stuff. Okay, so last thing I said we're gonna do for the night, we are going to do another Book of Pooh, because Book of Pooh is rad, and it's a good way to just wind down and get calm for the night. Let's go back to Traverse Town. Also, I'll open the Moogle shop. I think my magic is as good as Donald's now. Oh yeah, so Merlin will give me a little reward too. Where'd he go in there though? So, warp drive. See, it's so much more useful than going down the gummy paths. Accessory shop. And yeah, just mount on top of all those rings and jewelry in that glass case. Don't worry about it, Goofy. And see, now this guy, generic town man, is replaced. Sid is the shop guy here now, which he has basic accessory items. Some are okay. I've never really needed to grab any. You get most of those as you go along anyway. But yeah, so climbing up here finally, this is the Moogle shop where you do item fusion. They've got some chests up here for you. No, I'm actually just stealing their items, but that's okay. Dogs in a box. Dogs in a box. And yeah, so the way fusion works is, let's listen to the explanation first. Oh no. Oh no. The Moogle friends, you synthesize. So right now I can only synthesize 6 things. But if you make, the more stuff you make, okay, what's good? Energy bangle, mega potion. So yeah, I can't make the rest of these, but the more stuff you make, the more items you can keep making, if that makes sense. Fusion is very simple in here. So see, I originally had 3 out of 6, but now I can do 3 out of 12. I can keep making cool stuff down here. Some things are kind of OP, like XP earring. Unfortunately though, you need some of the weird items to make this one that are exclusive to Final Mix. So I mentioned in my previous stream, there's an enemy, like a group of like the standard looking Shadow Heartless that appeared in Wonderland at the end, and if you defeat them all, then big ones would appear, and then once you finish the big ones, it's like if you don't take hits against them, I think that's the rule for that one, and finish their sequence, then they'll drop some good items. I think the one they drop is Power Stone, but it's one of those. I don't know. It's interesting to see how they add some of these weirder, crazy items in. So you could grind for some of those earlier on in the game, like XP Earring. I think Fury Stone, Power Stone, Mithril Stones for any power in Dark Matter. Well, Dark Matter is a limited item, but you have enough to make all the items you need. But the rest of those, you can get them from enemies like that, like rare enemies, quote unquote, that you can encounter at this point in the game. But it's just kind of like, you never really need XP to the point like that you need the earring. But you could get it if you wanted. Yeah, I'm not going to do too much other fusion right now. Yeah, that's how that works in here. Fusion's neat. It works a little better in future games, I want to say, but HP and defense. I can give that to Goofy because he's the tank man. Let's get out of here. All right, 2 things now on the list. I just realized, I reminded myself to do that. We were gonna run by the Dalmatian's house. And yeah, see, now we're getting to the point where Sora is like generally strong enough. Oh, I heard an item drop. Where Sora is generally strong enough to just kind of like mow through early enemies. There's a good sense of progression. Thankfully, though, later on in the game, stronger enemies appear in older worlds, so you know you're not just like mowing through the same like nothing enemies for too long.
Come on!
Oh, to the other side. Get behind him. There we go. Did I also get any new abilities this Sora? I don't think I did. Oh, guard, there we go. Okay, now I can equip some things. Parrying and attacks to get more boost attack. I will do counter attack first. I'll do the tech one later. And Goofy, yeah, you got nothing. Okay, that's good. Yeah, and I have guard too. You have more abilities in your arsenal. That's always fun. Let's get to the Dalmatian's house really quick. Finally. Hey, Pupper's coming home. It's so cute. That's nice. Yeah, and then they give you some treasure every time you show up. And it's strangely in the box that the evidence was kept in Alice in Wonderland's world. Okay. They have gummy ship parts, gummy ship parts, gummy ship parts. What a bunch of really good gifts. No, they give you better items as you go along. I think you have a tracker in Jiminy's journal. Oh, another thing too I mentioned I was gonna do. Okay. Just so much more. No, but see, as you go through the game, like everything just keeps tying in and building up, and there's just it gets fun. It's super fun. Let's just go back here. Who's back here in the cave anymore? I don't think. Yeah, no, everyone left. Yeah. So we're going to Merlin's study to do poo, but now that I have a calm moment, let me actually look at Jiminy's journal for a second. I don't think I've shown that on stream yet. So for anyone who doesn't know, you have a notifier on here. This is Jiminy's journal. He pretty much chronicles your whole report, Sora's story, and then like the happenings for every world. Then you have answer reports. I'll read the answer report in just a second, but yeah, then you have your character files, in which you can pretty much just read through everything. What I do like is that, let me just click on someone random, like Merlin. If you scroll through their data log here, it gives them a little blurb. Great sorcerer living on the outskirts of Traverse Town. Merlin's wisdom and magic powers rank second to none. Teaches Sora and his friends about magic. He has a mysterious bag that can hold anything, no matter how large. And then at the end, they will always show where this character first debuted. So Merlin first tutored Arthur in how to be a king in Sword in the Stone, 1963. I think that's really cool. And on the flip side, when you get like, I don't know, Yuffie, it shows what game she's from. And that's cool. I think that's just like a good bit of like data log stuff. Like I appreciate a good like game compendium. Then you also have like your bestiary, which is the Heartless, and it keeps track of the rare ones too. So like it tells you large shadow heart, large heartless similar to shadow expressors, quite persistent, won't change the target's ground. But does, yeah, if it just does the littlest amount of damage to it, it will fade out of sheer happiness. That's kind of a hint on like how to defeat it. So like don't take damage from it. Yeah, lots of enemies. Come back to that later. And oh, you have your Dalmatian tracker. So we've gotten a fair amount of them. It looks like about a third. Not too bad. And your Trinity list, which also tracks like which Trinities you've done in most of the worlds. You've done most of the blue ones, surprisingly. Not a lot. That's the thing. Like I mentioned it last time too. Trinities are kind of front-loaded. There's a lot in Traverse Town. and there's some kind of scattered everywhere else. They're just not around as much as I think they could have been. But anyway, Ansem Report, here's the good stuff. Alright, so much of my life has been dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge. That knowledge has guarded this world well. Not a soul doubts that. I'm blessed with my people's smiles and respect. But though I am called a sage, there are things I do not understand. I believe darkness sleeps in every heart, no matter how pure. Given the chance, the smallest drop can spread and swallow the heart. I have witnessed it many times. Darkness, darkness of the heart. How is it born? How does it come to affect us so? A ruler of this world, I must find the answers. I must find them before the world is lost to those taken by the darkness. So these are the musings of the man Ansem they keep mentioning. He has several reports in this game, I think 12. The later reports are Final Mix exclusive. They elaborate on things that tie much more strongly into later games in the series. And once you kind of finally start learning who Ansem is, it's pretty cool, but you can see kind of like the background on where this like more, I guess, sagely person was doing his research and like what this led to and like background stuff in Kingdom Hearts. It's pretty neat. I'll talk to Merlin really quick. Yeah, it gives me another Keyblade. That's for learning all the magic. You eventually get one when you like max out everything for magic. I don't think Spellbinder is very good though. I think it just gives me more MP. Yeah, it gives me more MP. It just depends on like how you want to play. Yeah. I don't feel too compelled to use it right now. So yeah, let's do a Book of Pooh page, and then we'll call it a night after that. We'll do the first page in the Book of Pooh. I think it's the tree. It's the tree.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Nope, no one's home. Oh, it's our little friend.
Oh, what am I to do? I'm all alone.
Piglet's speaking directly to us? Can't tell.
Where are you? It's me, Piglet.
Oh. Japan has invaded. Run away, Piglet. Yeah, so you gotta chase Piglet right now. You kinda gotta catch him at the right point. It's a little annoying because the cues for catching him are not as strong as I would like. I think you have to just like waddle up to him like this. If you come running, then he won't. Okay, I was wrong. I thought you had to keep doing it like that. I know you're supposed to. A cue will pop when it's time for. Okay, this isn't. Piglet is a craftier enemy than I imagined. Man, all the weirdest things have been stopping me up in this run. First it was hitting coconuts out of the trees, now it's this. Should have known all along who the real enemies of Kingdom Hearts were. Oh no, Piglet. Okay, what's he doing? Ah. What do I have to do for it? Can I hop in the tree? Not yet. Wait. Okay, well, if I jump down like there... Maybe I come from this side. I'm gonna try on this side. Okay, I know a little triangle notification is supposed to pop up. I'm not supposed to hit the bush either, because that doesn't do anything. Yeah, see? I'm gonna hit Piglet. I'm trying to not scare him. I don't know if I'm supposed to leave here yet. Okay, so he's out. Can I...
Stop!
just wait. Will he come out? Oh, I'm so sorry. This is much more dead than I thought it would be. Oh. Come on, Piglet. What do you... Well, clearly I saved the hardest fight for the end of the night. It's just trying to get Piglet to come out of his hole. I don't... What's supposed to be the play here? Because Pig... Okay, hold on. Let's go swimming for a second. Okay. Not out, is he? Yeah, so he just doesn't come out when you're on that side. That's... Totally comes out there. Come on, Piglet. Okay, so he just straight up comes out every time I like move this way. Pooh is gonna be in the tree, but I need to unscare Piglet first, though. I can't figure out the sequence. Okay, hold on. So I'm gonna run around the tree this way. Okay, there we go. So that was it. God, hardest boss.
I was just
ruining this run.
I'm sorry.
Aw.
Don't be scared. You're looking for Pooh, right?
You know Pooh.
Yes. Everyone knows Pooh.
Oh, you see, I have something for him. I have to take it to Pooh right away.
Oh, look who it is.
Oh, Pooh! Oh, I believe I smell a delicious something. A something like honey. Pooh! Hello, Piglet. How have you been? Oh, I'm so glad to see you. I thought you'd gone away. I brought what you asked for. Thank you, Piglet. Now I can finally have some honey.
Piglet just enabling his friend to continue his addiction. Don't do this, friends.
I shall hold on to the balloon and fly like a bee up the honey tree, see? But if you take their honey, won't the bees be angry?
But then how much does Pooh weigh? Or how strong is that balloon?
Oh.
I know, Piglet's like... I did the height comparison earlier. Piglet's up to Sora's like ankle. Maybe a little higher. Oh, okay, yeah. So then part of Pooh, like... Or part of the Book of Pooh area is that there's mini games. There's mini games. That's most of what each little section is. It's, you know, there'll be some goings on with the friends, and then you kind of just figure out what the conflict is. And it's like, hey, Pooh needs honey, so you're gonna climb the tree with him and help him get some honey. Simple as that. And most of these are actually pretty fun. The mini games get much better too as the series goes on. Even in Chain of Memories, for the PS2 remake, the Game Boy Advance version of Chain of Memories, the minigames are just awful. They're just like, they're nothing. Like, it's just there. But the minigames in Chain of Memories, the PS2 version, which is the one on the HD packs, those are good. Those are actually quite good. They're a nominal step above Kingdom Hearts 1, and then the ones in 2 are also, you know, great. And away we go. Also, where did Piglet find the helium that was strong enough to power this balloon in Pooh World? What's he hiding? So your goal here with Pooh is to let the timer tick down from 3 minutes. You can kind of not see it because my giant head is blocking the way. That's actually going to be a little annoying for me, but hey, we'll figure that out. But yeah, you're gonna fall down the tree sometimes because the bees don't always go where you want, and oh god. Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Thankfully, we have infinite balloons. I don't know if there's a set number that Pooh's supposed to get to either. I think 100 is a good, like, solid number for getting a score so it goes in your data log or your journal. But beyond that, I don't think you need to do much more. But yeah, just help Pooh engorge himself. That's all you gotta do for this mission. I think once he gets to the top honey spot, then he also gets slightly more. Again, could be wrong, but... should be fine. Yeah, so there's not too much to this minigame. Pretty simple, just kind of chill. Thankfully, the bounce from the bees, if you hit it just right, which usually you can, sometimes you get messed up, but usually you just get bounced right back to where you were originally. And I think that's decent design for how kind of rough this game is, or how rough this minigame is anyway. It's decent enough design. Oh no. Oh no. Oh well, that's a dead Pooh. Drat. That's always the annoying one, getting him to the top of the tree and having it fade away. That's okay though. Yeah, again, I want to say 100's the limit. Not the limit, excuse me, but 100's like the... oh, like, this is your record, like, you know, you're like, you'll unlock something for this. I think just finishing the game unlocks, get hits and unlock for you, which is like some good items or something. But, we're trying to look for that top honey hunting score, and then this casual scores. Yeah, 103, okay. That should be pretty good. I see my timer ticking down though, so we're almost done. I think we're going under 10 seconds. There you go. That is Pooh getting honey. I think this is based off one of the earlier Pooh cartoons. I forget which one. They had a lot of them as a kid.
It is rather funny what I will do for honey.
Ugh. That's not how honey hives work, Pooh, but okay. And there you go. Torn page turned into new item. Nature Spark, and that is that's another summon. Let's go out and get. We have two. So I think that's Bambi. And yeah, that's all for now. So we get these summons, and then we'll wrap up. What you got, Fairy Godmother? Here we go. So you actually get quite a few of your summons pretty early on in the game. But yeah, hey, that's I think that's where I might call it for tonight. We got quite a bit done. Yeah, we got pretty far. I'm glad. We've come quite a ways from having done only the first two worlds, my first run around with this, but yeah, thanks for coming out, everyone. Everyone who's here just been chilling the whole time. I think we've at least had a consistent viewer base. Thanks so much. I appreciate it again, especially if you've been showing up multiple weeks. Thank you. Streaming this is super fun. I'm really starting to get into it. I mean, I already know Kingdom Hearts pretty well, but it's just fun sharing it. And thanks for coming out. If you've come out this week for the first time, welcome, and please come again. I hope to have you again hanging out here. And if this is your second time coming, well, hey, welcome back, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Anyways, I'm tired. It's been a long week. I'm gonna chill out and start to get some sleep. You all have a fun, safe, and relaxing weekend. Don't go too crazy. I think it's that whatever the kids say 420 stuff going on today. I don't know anything about that. This is a good purity stream, so none of that nonsense. But yeah, everyone have a good night, and I will see you next time. I may not stream next week. Might have some stuff going on, but I will do my best to keep it consistent now that, hey, quality is good, because that's what matters. So, yeah, have a good night, everyone. Take it easy. See you later, and bye-bye.